Boom. My people, my people, my people. What is going on? How you doing? How you feeling? What is going on in your life tonight, man? What is the crack? What's cracking? How you feeling? How your family's doing? Much love to everybody out there, man. Shout out to everybody for sure, for sure. Please hit that like button on your way in, right? We're not gonna worry you long, but we definitely wanted to cover some things really quickly. Thank you guys for tapping in. I see you coming in. Shout out to Jason. What's up, Jason? How you doing, man? Y'all boys better get down tomorrow, Jason. I need, well, not tomorrow, but Saturday. I need y'all to handle that business, brother. I need y'all to take care of that business in the Red River Shootout. Notice I said that slow. I didn't say the Red River Rivalry. Notice I said that correctly, too. I didn't mess it up, right? Shout out to my brother Jason, man. HOF, Hall of Fame, college football. Shout out to Anitra. Anitra, how you doing? How you feeling? It's good to see you for sure, my broski. A Watt, what's cracking? How you feeling? How you doing, man? What's up, Mike Jones? Mike Jones. What's up with you, bro? Roll tide to you, man. Roll tide to my broski Bear. Bear, what it is, bro? How you feeling? How you doing, man? Good to see you guys. Please, please, please hit that like button if you guys can, man. On the way in, really appreciate you guys tapping in really quickly. Christian, what's up with you, man? How you doing? What's going on, Christian? I'm gonna get to you. Refuse to adjust. He's gonna have to leave. Yeah, you're right, Christian. You're right, Christian, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you going, Jason? Oh, that's good stuff, bro. I'm not even gonna ask how much you paid for them tickets, but I bet it's gonna be a wonderful time, brother. Hopefully, you guys will come home with the W for real, for real. Shout out to Bob. What's up, Bob? Roll tide to you, man. Much love to you, Bob. Yeah, Bear. That's why I'm doing this tonight, man. I won't be at the post game, bro. I got some obligations to my own alma mater. Saturday, I got some things we involved in for the alumni. And I'm gonna be super busy, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jason, handle that business, man. Boomer sooner, bro. Boomer. You know what I'm saying? Handle that business. What's up, James? Roll tide to you, James, man. Much love to University of Georgia and that boy James. You know what I'm saying? What's up, James? Good to see you, bro. Bama boy 22. What's going on, brother? How you feeling, man? Good to see you. Thank you for tapping in with me, man. You know what I mean? Chance, what's up, bro? How you doing, Chance? Roll tide to you, bro. Good to see you in here, man. Goof, what's up, bro? How you feeling, Goof? What's going on, man? You know what I mean? Everybody, don't forget to tap in with my brother Jason over there at HOF Hall of Fame College Football. He has some great content, man. Not just Oklahoma. Oklahoma fan got a lot of good things over there, man. Tap in with Coach I, Fan Addict Sports. I mean, them guys got great content, man. Tap in with them and check them out, man. Please hit that like button if you guys keen on your way in. Slowly but slowly, tap on in, man. We want to get to it. Janet, I hope Janet's in here. Janet, my girl, Janet, if you in here, bro, Janet, what's up with you, Janet? Love my sister for sure, for sure. Thank you for tapping in always. Ken Rush, what's up, bro? What's up, Ken? How you doing, man? Good to see you, bro. Yeah, we want to talk about some just real quickly, man. Just really quickly. Really want to get to it, man. Facts over feelings over here. You know how it is, man. We keeps it all the way real. You know what I mean? On the wheels of steel. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. We keep it real. You know what I mean? We give it to you. You know what I mean? Straight, never late. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. That's our motto. You know what I mean? The truth is in the details, man. We can feel how we want to feel, but the truth is in the details. You know what I'm saying? Western Kentucky was just the first game of the season, right? We ain't gonna make no judgments on the first game, right? South Florida, first half was Wisconsin, second half of Georgia. Whip your ass against Vandy. It's got to be some truths in there somewhere, bro. No matter how I feel about it, it's got to be the truth lies somewhere in there, right? What's up, Janet? How you doing, man? Good to see you, Janet. So glad you're in here. Much love to Janet. Much love to you, Janet. You know we always got you suited and booted. You already know what I'm talking about. Jag, what's up, girl? How you doing? Good to see you. So glad you in here for sure. So glad you in here, man. Really happy to see you guys. So glad to see Anitra. What's up, Anitra? Glad you guys tapped in. Please hit that like button if you can. Coach Sean ain't by no likes and views. Let me tell you how crazy I am, bro. If it wasn't for my brother Ty Hayes, I didn't even pay attention to the damn view. Them views, them videos got like 2,000 viewers. I didn't even know Ty had one showing me about the Twitter and the YouTube. Bro, you know, I just like talking football. I don't give a damn about no views and all that. I just like chit chat with my people, right? This is what I do in my spare time, man. This ain't no full-time job for me. You know what I mean? So I just enjoy talking to you guys, man, about football. And you know, that's all I'm here for, brother. Talk football. I don't give a damn about nothing else. That's a fact. You know what I mean? I take Roll Tide Willie slogan. I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide and just talking football, right? Whether that's my university. And speaking of my university, shout out to my brother Brad Jefferson. Shout out to my brother Willie Langford. Let me come on their platform, talk some HBCU highlight football. I appreciate y'all, man. I'll be with you guys much, 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 much more, man. Um, so yeah, man. Now I ain't hearing about Keon, Ken. You know, and sometimes no word is a good word, right? In this day and age where kids can just dip out, sometimes no word is a good word. You know what I'm saying? So I hadn't heard anything about the young man. Um, you know, so hopefully it'll stay that way. You know what I'm saying? James, coach, is there anything better than getting that win after the first loss? Well, James, man, I would assume yes. That loss really hurt. You know what I mean? Not necessarily my pride, but it hurt as far as the stuff I watched with my own two eyes. And I watched that game from the coach's tape to just watching it in my own house with the sound turned down to really see. And I saw a lot of things, man. A lot of things. You know, I it just is what it is, bro. You know, and you got to tell the truth about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some won't, but I will. You know what I mean? That's the fact of the matter. I'm gonna give it to you straight. You know, in my humble opinion, doesn't make Coach Sean right, doesn't make Coach Sean wrong, but I think I'm right. That's a whole fact. Um, so we're not gonna worry you long, but we want to hop right into it. May have some guests popping on, may not. You know, all depends. Um, you know, we gonna get right into it though, man. I really watched a few things back with this game, man, and you know, I like to come up with my own hypothesis. I like to watch it myself before I watch anything. You know what I'm saying? And see what I thought. Um, and I saw a lot of things, man. Vanderbilt, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Them dudes was sound, man. You know, I know we talk about how their offense was you know, nobody really runs that type of offense. A lot of teams don't run it that way, not that way. I mean, that was Paul Johnson esque, if you will. You know what I mean? Lots of Urban Meyer, early Utah days. You know what I mean? Speed option. Um, and what that does, it got our middle linebackers, man, all out of flux. You know, kept their eyes looking in the backfield, taking the wrong angles. Man, let me tell you something, bro. I'm an offensive guy, man. That's what I done. I'm an offensive guy, and that offense is very similar to other offenses that has a lot of misdirection and things of that nature. But I'm gonna tell you something that I noticed. Remember, man, if I can break it down to its simplest form, those type of offenses are based off angles. Angles, man. You know, different angles. Angles is everything, man. You know, they make your linebackers get caught in the backfield with their eyes in the backfield, looking at the wrong things. Sometimes they overrun plays. Sometimes they don't put enough depth on the plays. Um, and that's what that offense does, man. It gets your linebackers really, you know, out of position. I've seen several instances where our linebackers overran plays and tried to get back into the play, only to get their block knocked clean off. You know what I mean? I'm talking about on skates, if you will. Um, and that's real. That's being as honest as I can possibly give it to you. Um, what's up, Lynn? Shout out to Lynn, man. Lynn, what's going on with you, bro? We just hopped on, man. Just hopped on for sure. Much love to my brother Lynn right there. Roll Tide to you, Lynn. Um, Jax, I watched Ty show earlier, and a lot of truth was spoken. Vandy played old school. Yeah, I mean they played big boy football, man. I'm talking about these guys had Lynn, they had a real fullback. You know what I'm saying? They had a real hand in the dirt fullback, brother. Man, my brother Patriot, like Rob, my broski from another Moski. That's my brother from another mother, man. Shout out to Patriot Life. Kicked with him all day on A-Day, man. That's my broski right there. Shout out to Patriot Life. Thank you, Patriot, for that $10 super chat. Shout out to my broski Mia. Roll Tide. Mia, Patriot Life said hello and he sent $10 to you. You can't see. Well, you go on the site and you'll see it. Go on the show and you'll see it. She said, "Thank you, Patriot Life. Much love to you, man. Roll Tide to you, my brother. I appreciate it. She's super tired. You got a cheerleading practice, and she in that just got a shower. She laid out, man. Homework is a must right now. Thank you, Patriot Life, brother. You already know how I feel about you. Much love to you. But yeah, Jad, the truth is real. I mean, these guys, Lynn had a real fullback. Janet said, "What's up, Mia?" She said, "What's up, Janet?" You'll see her on that. You'll see her on the show. Pop in just a second. Tough as nails. What's up with your brother? Roll Tide to you. Roll Tide. Oh, there she is right there. There's the little cheerleader. Is the homework done?
Yes.
Okay,
And
we
is.
good to go then.
And is.
We good to go then. What's up, Jay Mims? How you doing, brother? Much love to you, man. Much love to Janet. Much love to Patriot
Thank
Life.
you, Janet. Love you too.
Yes, yes. Love our people, man. Love our people. So the
It
truth
sure
is
does.
this, man. They just whipped their asses. I mean, it's no way to put it. Thank you, James. Much love for sure. That's my why right there, brother, brother. These dudes just whipped their asses, bro. Thank you, Jag. I appreciate you for sure. Lynn, you already know. Got to have that. Or no Jordans. None of these high price items that I have to buy all the damn time. Shout out to my brother, Coach Al, my offensive brother right there. Roll Tide, Coach Sean, the tie will be right. Oh, yeah, we coming back with a vengeance, man. we going to put some belts to some asses this week. That's what it is. No option this week and all that ridiculous stuff. No, we getting back to the belt ass whippers that we are, right? We're going to redeem ourselves this week, man. But I hope on the offensive side of the ball, guys, that we become more patient with the run. Coach Al, I got to see us be a little bit more patient in the run game, man. I did some research, man, looking around, and four times, guys, four times in the Vandy game, only four times. Let me put only in there. Only four times in that Vandy game did we run back-to-back running plays. Did we run like a run play, a run play? Only four times in the entire game did we run back-to-back running plays. And guess what? On two of those four, we scored touchdowns. Newsflash, coach. Can we be more patient with the damn run game, please? Can we get Justice and Jam about 15 carries apiece, please? Shout out to what's up with you, Nicole. Much love, Nicole. Good to see you. Thank you for tapping in, Nicole. I appreciate that. Um, Patriot Life says he read where Coach DeBoer's demeanor has changed. It need to change. It need to change, man. You know, I mean, because I'll be real, and I'm just speaking for myself, not speaking for nobody else. When I look back over my life, when I had Coach Ezel, he was very nice guy. You know, we didn't play well. We had Coach Hamilton, he was pissed off all the time. We played well. We feared for our jobs. We played well. You know, when I had the coaches I can't stand, it seemed like we played better, to be completely honest. I know that sounds crazy, but it seems like when I look back over my life, the coaches who were a-hole, it seems that's who we played better against, man. Or for, I guess I should say. Shout out to my brother Jason, man. Jason with the $5 super chat. Jason, appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for that, man. Much love to you and the OU. Jason says Alabama just got caught the wrong time by a fundamentally sound with a good game plan, nothing to lose. Be all right. Yeah, and I think we will too, Jason. I think we will too, brother. I appreciate you for that, Jason, man. Much, much, much love to my brother Jason for sure. I think we will be, Jason, man. It just hurts when you see how we got beat, right? When you know this game, bro, contrary to what some people think, you when you know this game and you see how we got beat, it just hurt. It just hurts your pride a little bit to see our linebackers on skates like that. You know, it hurts your pride when you see us come out in a three-man front, right? And we're giving them space. We're giving them space. We're practically creating a hole for them. They take an angle and smash on us and go for 8 yards, 10 yards, 9 yards. It just hurt. That's all. It just hurt your little pride a little bit, man, Jason. Facts. They just physically whipped us up front. And I think down the road this could be a good thing, man. You know how it is when you get your bell rung a little bit, you tend to wake up like, okay, man. The whole world talk about you how great you are in 1 week. Next week, the whole world talk about how bad you are. So it's humbling. It's humbling. I can imagine it's very humbling for the players, right? Um, But it's some things we need to be doing, man. Some things we got to do better as a team and most definitely as a coaching staff, man. We need better adjustments on the defensive side of the ball, man. We do. That defense, when you look back over it, man, it's almost like it's very I don't know, man. It's almost like they come out the same thing as predictable. It's very. This is what it is, right? I think we adjusted and started playing tight on the squeeze in the line in the defensive line, right? But all they start doing then is coming out in 12 personnel, hitting us with two tight ends on the overload on one side and running jet sweeps with two tight ends on one side, man, right? Overloading one side, quarterback running jet sweeps, but quarterback is pulling it. Quarterback is pulling. If you go back to I wrote it in my notes. If you go back to the second quarter, the top of the second quarter, I think it was second and 8, third and 8. These guys ran two tight ends, man, 12 personnel, but they had two tights on the overload, meaning on the same side. Ran a jet sweep with this, but the quarterback, Pavlik, or whatever his name is, he keeps the dead gun ball, man. Deontay Lawson is supposed to take an angle and come downhill. He got to come downhill in that, man. He can't flatten out. Because all he did by flattening out is give the give the quarterback who kept the ball hella space. That's all he did. Deontay Lawson got to be more aggressive and come downhill on that. You got to come down here and get that contact. By flattening out, all you did was create a huge hole right there. And Ledoux took advantage of it. So we got to just be better fundamentally. We got to be better scheme wise, and we got to be better player wise, man. All them tackles we missed, man. And I went back and watched that game, bro. And I promise you, dudes, it was several times dudes was in the perfect place to make the tackle. And they just didn't do it. They just didn't do it. I'm gonna tell you something else too, man. I had two of my partners go to that game. My former quarterback, shout out to Tony Bellamy, who's supposed to be here tonight. Tony, shout out to you wherever you at. And my coworker, Dwayne McDonald. Listen, man, they told me Vanderbilt was talking crap before the game. They said Vanderbilt was coming on our side of the field, talking stuff. I'm like, Vanderbilt? They were like, yes. Them dudes was coming on the other side of the 50, talking crazy, getting into it with DBs. You know what I mean? Said one of them put their finger in number one's face. I'm like, bruh, this Vanderbilt was doing all of that? They was like, yes, Sean, Vanderbilt was doing that. So we got to be better, man. We got to be better schematically. We got to be better player wise. We got to find some leaders on that defense who want to put some belts to ass, right? And yeah, likewise, Lynn. You know, these guys were helping them create holes. A lot of times, the angles, man, on those angles, right? One person has pitch, one person, you have responsibilities and options, right? You got to attack downhill, man. You can't flatten out because if you flatten out, you're going to overrun the play or create a nice hole for them to run through. And that's exactly what they did, man. We almost took ourselves out of several plays, man. Um, you know, to see these guys come downhill like that in old school football, fullback leading the way, and they thumping our linebackers, and we on skates, and it just upset me, bro. It just upset me. You know what I mean? We got to be more patient in the run game. I feel like Coach DeBoer or Nick Sheridan or whoever the hell's calling the plays is getting too pass happy at times. Now I'm not complaining about the offense because the offense has been the saving grace of what I've seen this year so far. But we need to utilize the run game a little bit more. I think we're getting too impatient at times. I feel like we need to be more patient with the run game. I really do believe that. Um, you know, it just hurt, man. It hurts, bro, when you see how we lost, right? I put that Vanderbilt game behind me. I'm ready to look forward to the South Carolina game. Um, it's important. What's up, LaQuasia? How you doing, LaQuasia? It's good to see you, girl. How you feeling, Latoya? What's going on with you? Much love to LaQuasia. Much love to Ken Rush. Much love to Latoya Billingsley. Much love to see you guys. Thank you for tapping in with me. I appreciate that, man. Stink ass cat. What's up, broski? Not training and expecting the best out of your players is doing an injustice to them. Hey, stink ass, I couldn't have said it better, brother. I couldn't have said it better. Everything has to come together, man, for football to work, right? Everything has to come together. And I think, you know, it's enough blame to go around, bro. It's not just one thing. You know, when you look at that game, when the players um, were in great position to make plays, it's on them to make the tackle, man. It's on them to be more aggressive, you know, taking these old weak ass, punk ass angles. Come downhill and thump. You know what I mean? Turn into Reuben Foster, turn into Marvin Constant, and you got to thump, man, on that stuff, man. You got to come down and you got to blow that dude up, not get blown up, right? And then when you see these guys are not trying to attempt to pass, they're just running up in 12 personnel, killing you up front, squeezing the middle, attacking your middle. You got to come out of that 3-man front, man. You got to commit some resources to the box. Your linebackers are not doing the job. So put some more D linemen in the game and let's see what happens, man. There's so many things you could do, right? So many things you could do. As an offensive guy, they just angled them to death. They angled them to death. A lot of their angled and pursuit angles were awful. Awful, man. It just was. What's up, Bama fan 95? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. My girl Janet, as always, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Christian Troy, what's up with you, man? How you feeling? That's facts, Janet. The angles in that game were awful, right? Um, Lynn says, I'm ready to see Keon on the damn field. Let him show us that he's not ready. Wreck people in high school. Some players on Saturday, some players are not practice players. That's all facts. That's all facts. I remember David Palmer, man, the Deuce, straight from Birmingham, J.O. High School, Papa Cherry, Birmingham. That cat wasn't no practice player. Wait till Saturday come, though. Wait till Saturday come. This dude was one of the best Bama players I've ever laid my eyes on. I competed against him personally, track and field. You know, awesome dude, man. Awesome dude. You know, a couple years older than me, but dude definitely was a legend before his time. You know what I'm saying? Um, so you know, going into the South Carolina game, man, we got to be better. You know, this quarterback for South Carolina can run the ball, right? They got a very opportunistic defense. When you look at their defensive ends, these guys are really, really, really strong rushers. They rush the passer very, very well. They try to make you one-dimensional. That's facts, Lynn. Papa Cherry was that dude, man. That guy was a monster in every quarterback, wide receiver, punt returner, you name it. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, Christian, you got to get off the field on third down, brother. You got to get off the field on third. Let another team keep the football for 42 minutes is up damn absurd. It just is. No way to slice it, man. Like Mark Ingram said, no way to slice it. That was an L in all aspects, man. I don't care about none of that. That was an L in all aspects. And that's just what it is. If you kidding yourself if you tell a lie like it's not. You know what I'm saying? Jag says, Coach, watch the Paul Feinbaum show. The quarterback from Vandy was on the show talking about his mission was to take Bama down. He did. And he did. He did just that. He took us down. He played well. They weren't afraid of Alabama. They attacked Alabama. And you got to give credit where credit's due. Vanderbilt, they put belts to our asses. Straight up, man. Doug, what's going on with your brother Roll Tide? Offense need work on ball control, running down ball, DeBoer. Yeah, I talked about that. I think we're just being a little impatient with the run game. We abandoning it a little too early for me. Um, you know, especially games like that Vanderbilt game where that offense does those kind of things. You know, linebackers getting blown up like that. You know, not getting over the top when you really look at it. You know, and the one thing that shocked me that I didn't find out until I rewatched the game back, Vanderbilt outrushed us 166 to 81 or 84 or something like that. It was something in the 80s, right? 166 to 80 something. Did you ever think you see the day when Vanderbilt would outrush Alabama? Man, so it just makes my head hurt when I think about that game. It does. Um, I've seen a lot of crazy stuff when I watched that game back, man. 3-man fronts, you know, D lineman trying to squeeze, you trying to squeeze, and they shovel past the ball right in front of you. You know, it just middle linebackers getting caught with their eyes in the backfield in the wrong place, overrun the play. Next thing you know, if he hands it off or shovel pass, and they go for 7, 8, 9 yards. Very, very, very tough, man. Got my man Coach Carl. Let me see. Boom. Coach Carl, what's up with you, brother? How you feeling? How you doing if you're there? How you doing, Coach Carl? You tapped in?
Yes, sir. Doing well, man. About to sell.
Man, I'm doing good, brother. You know, excited about my homecoming this week, man. Went back and watched the game. I was just talking to the people about some things I had saw, man. I was telling them that, you know, briefly what I was saying was I seen a lot of different things in that game that I couldn't believe. You know, I told them I saw we was outrushed 166 to 80 something yards, right? I've seen a lot of things with our middle linebackers not getting over the top. These guys, eyes getting caught in the backfield, right? Overrunning the play, taking themselves out of the play. They hit us with a shovel pass. Next thing you know, the shovel pass go for 8-10 yards. You know what I mean? Very undisciplined play, man. I understand it's the option. I get it, right? What's up, Eric D? Shout out to Eric D. Much love to my brother Eric D, my brother Bear, running Table Sports TV. We kept trying to, I didn't understand why we committed so less resources to the run. My brother Ty Hayes is here. Ty, I was just talking about the defense and some things that I noticed when I watched it back. Linebackers out of position, man. Linebackers not really coming downhill, flattening out when they should be taking an angle, overrunning the play on several of those option routes. Just really undisciplined play, to really and truly, really undisciplined. And when we were disciplined on the play, these guys had a real fullback, like a real fullback coming down here, striking us. I'm talking about putting us on skates, man, right? I didn't understand sometimes why we were in a 3-man front. We had a lot of, we act like these D tackles we have are real 4-3 tackles, and I don't think they are. I think a lot of them are nose tackles, kind of gap cloggers. A lot of these guys are not very lean. They're good gap cloggers and strong, but not very lean to be playing those type techniques. I saw that Vanderbilt was able, to really attack these guys in the middle, right? Really attack us in the middle. And we tried to adjust and squeeze our defense a little bit. It didn't work because Deontay kept getting caught up. Jihad would miss a couple of tackles. But I'll say this, man, just as a former player, you miss tackles like that in close spaces when you're getting your ass knocked out. You just do. I mean, that's just the straight up truth. So I wanted to ask you guys, I don't know if you rewatched the game or not, but if you rewatched it, what do you think about the way talk to me first about the effort that you saw, and talk to me again about the scheme, especially when we were in that 3-man front. When all we did was create space for them. All we did was help them create holes. That's all we really did with that, man. You put a lot of onus on your middle linebackers. They played it well a lot of times, but a lot of times we did not. Coach Carl, what you think about that? Being a former defensive coach.
It's kind of wild, honestly. I just don't understand how we continue to keep putting these small, quick guys in front of these big, powerful guys, and knowing that they're not strong enough to get off the blocks. That they still don't understand why, when he realized that Vandy was running that option type offense like Georgia Tech runs a lot, and some of the other type team like Georgia Southern, the power running type option, that they never switch to a 4-man front or a 5-man front and make Vandy a passer. That's what I would have done. I would have tried to switch it to a 5-man front, or even switch it to an over Chicago bear front, and just turn Vandy into a power. You may have play action pass or a passing team, because at some point, they was in their comfort zone. Vandy was in their warehouse. They ran what they want to run, how they want to run it, when they want to run it, and Alabama couldn't make them change it. In order to make them get out their offense, you have to sit in the house and make Vandy a passer. I mean, you predicated all season long and said you had probably the best young secondary in the country. And why you just put the game on the back of the young secondary? If you're gonna give up 300 yards of offense, then give it up in the air. And at least once you get in the red zone, when the plays get more condensed, you don't have to worry about them throwing the ball all over the field. Now they got to try to run at you, and then instead of them scoring 7s, they getting 3s. We scoring 7, they getting 3s. What's better than a 7 and a 3? That's a 4-point swing, and we win that game still by blowout if we hold them to 3 points. But yeah, man, I think the players, the coaches, even Coach Saban took Vandy for granted, because Vandy never had a chance of beating Alabama in no shape, form, or fashion. Vandy had to beat Alabama, and nobody took Vandy serious but Vandy. Vandy took Vandy serious, but Alabama players and Alabama coaching staff didn't take Bandit serious, and we end up taking the L, man. So that's just a lesson learned. You can't take nobody for granted in the SEC, even Vanderbilt. And if you take a team like Vandy for granted, they got a chance to whoop me your butt in the SEC. So man, I mean, it's just a hard thing to keep going back thinking about. I haven't went back and watched that game. I just refuse to go back and watch it. I maybe watch it again soon, but maybe after we play South Carolina, which I'm gonna miss South Carolina game myself because I'm coming up to the hill to hang out with y'all.
Yeah.
So I won't get a chance to see it. I have to go back and watch it later on. But hey, man, I'm at this point. I'm really just frustrated with Alabama defense. I'm frustrated with Caleb DeBoer. You know he's a great coach, and I still love him. I still gonna rock with him no matter what. I'm just frustrated that nobody made an adjustment. Nobody could even try to make an adjustment. Nobody even try to figure their thing out. So it's just, man, all in all, it's just frustration as a coach, a current coach. When you don't make adjustments, it's frustrating. When you try to make an adjustment and don't work, then you just got out muscle, got out man, got out smart. But when you don't try to make adjustment, it's frustrating to sit on the other side of the TV and just watching a defense that never made an adjustment to anything that happened on the ball Saturday night, man. So that's just my take on it.
Hi. What you think about after watching the game back, if you did, the defensive effort, schematically, and some things that you saw that you didn't see on your original watch?
Yeah, so I put that all 22 in our group file from
cool.
Vandy. Coach Carl, I think I sent that to you as well. But I'm caught, gentlemen. Here's the reason why. I do think that a lot of it is still scheme. And when I say scheme, I think it's easy for people to hear that and say, oh, so you're saying that the 4-2-5 nickel isn't going to work? No. Not that. I mean, hell, Bama was in that 65, 70% of the time last year because that's what modern offenses, for the most part, require. That's fine. I'm not mad at that. The nickel defense is not the issue. Where my confusion comes in is where we have these bandit defensive tackle formations where the wolf is in between the bandit and the defensive tackle. That's when I'm saying scheme, that's what I'm talking about. And Mike, you're 100% right. Saying the 4-2-5 is fine. It's a good defense. That's not the issue. My issue is, and Mike, Michigan fan in the chat, whenever we're talking bandit defensive tackle wolf, in Alabama's defense, think of two defensive ends, a defensive tackle, and then a true pass rusher, like an outside linebacker pass rusher. But that outside linebacker pass rusher is lined up behind a defensive end that's playing where a defensive tackle would be. So for me, that formation makes sense whenever you're playing against a Georgia, for instance, in the second half, and you know they're going to pass the ball. So it's like, okay, let's get as much speed on this front as we can to just try and get to the quarterback. When you're playing an option team, though, that's where I was always surprised that we didn't see more those wolf, right? Like as much beef on the field as you can to win at the point of attack without ever having to send a blitz. Because I don't need to tell you guys what a blitz can do whenever you're playing an option team. Like it can kill you. So in my theory, I was like, okay, you just put enough beef out there, you win your one-on-ones, and you're good to go. But then here's the second part of it, guys. And a lot of times, they were in good positions to make plays. It just got whooped. Right? Like, I don't think that effort was great. I think this year, Jahad Campbell is playing unbelievable football. I think he has played himself into a first rounder. That might have been the worst game I've seen from Jahad Campbell. There was a play where the running back hit him at the 6-yard line, took him all the way to the end zone. And this is a guy who, if he wanted to, he could have sent that running back to the afterlife, right? Like, that guy's got so much ability. So I think we're looking at multiple things here, guys. So I rewatched the Vandy game, and then I rewatched the Georgia game. And do you want to know what we did against Chris? I'll give you that one, Chris. That's funny. And for those of you in the chat, Chris was on the Bama Standard the other day consoling Bama fans, saying it'll be all right. So you've earned that one, Chris. I'll give you that one because you were consoling me the other day. So you earned that one. But if we think back to that first half of the Georgia game, Bama mixed up coverages so well. Boomer 129, you'll appreciate this. Y'all got the win over Chris's team, Auburn, because you got that pick six. Well, the reason you got the pick six is you showed a cover zero look. You showed all-out blitz, and then everybody dropped. The Minnesota Vikings just got a very similar look in the NFL when they intercepted Aaron Rodgers. That's how Bama was confusing the hell out of Bobo and Carson Beck. Did I say second half tough? I meant first half against Georgia. If I said second half, that first half against Georgia, Bama mixed up coverages so well. And the second half, it was more of like, okay, we have them where we want them. And we didn't mix up as much, or at least it didn't look like we mixed up as much. So that's why I'm sitting here, and even though I'm disappointed, I am confident. If I said second half, that's 100% my fault, tough as nails. And Mike, I meant first half. Bama did a great job mixing up coverages. But I think we're going to have to do more of that. I think we're going to have to send more pressure. I think we're going to have to play a bit more downhill like we did in the first half against Georgia. Nicole, happy to see you. Hope you're having a great evening. So I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic that they can figure some things out because of what we saw in the first half against Georgia. But yeah, there's definitely a lot to take away from the Vandy game. And if you're trying to assign blame, it goes everywhere, quite frankly.
Facts, man. 1,000,000% facts. I know one time, I'm an offensive guy by trade, man. So coach versus defenses, you know, this is just me, man. You know what I mean? When I coach offense, it was shocking to me to see nickel, like we was in a nickel, but they was coming out in 12 personnel. So it's like, for me as an offensive guy, you in nickel and I'm lined up in 12 man, that's a win for me, right? You know, Bama was in nickel a lot of the time, brother, and these guys were lined up with 2 tight ends, and we were still in 12 personnel. Brother, as an offensive guy, I'm telling y'all, that is a win as we think. Any offensive guy would tell you, if you're in 12 personnel against me, even though I'm running the option, whatever the case may be, if I got 2 tights and you're still in your nickel package, I'll take that. I mean, that is very different for me. One time, I seen where they had 4 down. Now this down, they had 4 down linemen. They had 3 linebackers, but it was 2 linebackers, but the safety was in the box with the linebackers. It looked like they was in corner over, but I don't think they was in corner over because it was the free safety in the middle of the field. And if I remember, it was Red Morgan, who played Husky, that was in coverage. He was down by the corner covering the other receiver. So the free was in the middle of the field. The strong was on the other. No, it was a corner, I think. May have been the strong in the middle of the field, but it was another corner on the other side with no receiver, so he was in tight. So I kept wondering, like, they giving this nickel look, right? But Vandy was in 12 personnel, and they was just coming. They kept squeezing to death, man. And I didn't understand why we didn't try to commit. That's what I said when I was saying in this defense. And remember, people keep talking about the 4-2-5, good, bad. Bro, listen, you can dress this thing up how you want it. There's so many ways to run the 4-2-5. Coach Carr know this. You know, you can dress this thing up so many different ways, man, right? With so many different looks and things of that nature, man. What I'm trying to say is, if these guys are banging you in the middle, they're banging you in the middle. I don't understand why we had such less resources It's almost like you thought our linebackers were just dogs like that, but our linebackers was getting moved off their square quite a bit, man. So when you see that, you have to adjust. You have to do something different, man. I think a lot of times, as great as our offense has been, I think we sort of put our defense in a bad situation at times, right? I'm not complaining about the offense. The offense, great, man. They was out. We scored what 35 points in 17 minutes. Um, so, I'm not complaining about those guys by any stretch of the imagination, but I would like to see us get our run game going. I would like to see us, be a little more patient in the run game. What you think, Coach Carl?
I honestly think, man, by them jumping on top of 14-0, that
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
they didn't really get a chance to get to the game plan that they really wanted to get
next.
to because they
That's
were
true.
playing from behind. And then every time when Bama finally scored at 14-7, guess what? So did Vandy. So they stayed behind the eight ball the whole game. So they never get a chance to just sit back and try to grind the game out and run the game.
Yes.
I still at some point I think they myself that they should have tried to run the game, run the ball, give K Womack time to sit on the sideline, try to figure things out. Take a 6-7 minute drive possible to try to give him time to figure out how to fix the defense. Because
Mhm.
as soon as Bama scored, man, like what 3-4 minutes, boom, they scored 1-2 minute, they scored, and the defense had to go right back out on the field and get ran out some more. And you never could adjust on the fly. So I think that he really might have needed a 7-8 minute drive just to try to get things together and get their mind together, try to figure out how they was gonna combat that offense that Vandy was running. And he never got a chance to do that. And like
Yeah.
even when he tried to switch personnel out, that Vandy was moving so fast that they weren't even getting the right alignments in the game. That's why you
Yeah.
started seeing two bandits and the wolf. Because I don't even think that they had somebody that can run on the field fast enough. Like you get James Smith on the field with 2 series and you bring him right back out and he couldn't never get back in the game on that drive. And so I think man, it was just more like I said, schematic wise, it was just bandit outsmarted Alabama because Alabama came in there with 75% of the crowd.
Yeah.
Nick Saban said it before on game day that Vandy was the only place in dang SEC that you didn't have to prepare for a home crowd for. It was an easy stadium to play in the SEC. And I just think everybody, including the damn training staff, probably took Vandy lightly. And I really
Yeah.
don't understand because Vandy gave Missouri hell. Like they literally
Yeah.
should have beat Missouri. One bad call, they would beat Missouri. Like, come on, man. I
Yeah.
never took Vandy for granted. And shit, I don't see people playing the video game and talking like, man, it's Vandy, this Vandy. I'm like, shit. Vandy ain't playing this year. Even though I'm talking about on college football 2020 on 25. It's like it's crazy. They Vandy play hard on 2025. So I mean, even with the computer stuff that they got going on PlayStation, Xboxes, and all that, they were telling you that Vandy is for real this year. They may not win a whole lot of games this year, but they're not gonna be no pushover team. Not gonna be that same old Vanderbilt that been walked over and dogged out in the SEC for the last 20, 30 years. They changing the culture over there, and that coach said that man, he's just trying to change the culture, he's trying to change the dang way people think, the way people are at in Vandy about Vandy, and trying to get some mojo about Vandy other than the baseball program. So I mean, I can't take that from Vandy. I appreciate the ass proving they put on us. I love the fight that Vandy has, man. And hopefully, with that ass whooping that we took Saturday, Vandy wake us up, man. That put us in the predicament where we go ahead and just start dominating the rest of the season. And if not, it's just case the boy got a first year. Kind of gonna be kind of like Nick Saban first year, I guess. Come in, got a lot of hype, had a really good team didn't perform well, and then the next year he rolled off undefeated season until he played Florida. And Florida beat him, and he turned around next year, go undefeated, beat Florida, had Tim Tebow crying. So with this day and age, it can end up turning out like that, man. And or you can just turn out to just be hellacious season for him. Take one bad loss and then walk his way all the way back up through the SEC championship game to the playoff with a chance to win that. So that's the only thing you can really hope for right now, man. Just that staff gets everything together, and they get rid of all that YouTube and all those Twitters, all those influencers coming in doing video streaming inside of the facility and stuff like that. I mean, I actually hadn't seen Ryan Williams do a video this week, so it seemed like Caleb would probably tightening up on a lot of stuff. So I guess that whipping might have worked, man, and getting everybody back focused. And I guess he's trying to be tough, which I think he should have been tough from the beginning. You be tough, and then let your sister coaches be the one that smooth things over for you. But the team takes on the mentality of the head coach, and if the head coach is soft and relaxing, a lot of time the team will be soft and relaxing. It seems like that softness got Kyler with him. And with that second half of the Georgia game, like you said, man, they were bringing all type of exotic pressures, all different type coverages, and Georgia couldn't handle it. And as soon as they get a big lead on Georgia, they start doing all this unnecessary play calling on offense, and then they never did adjust on defense. They just thought Georgia was gonna lay it down and die. And eventually Georgia gonna make a turnover, but Georgia was clicking on all cylinders because they started seeing things that Bama wasn't picking up on. And they never did adjust to Georgia, never did adjust to Bama. And here we are. Should have had 2 losses right now, to be honest, because Georgia, if it weren't for Ryan Williams, Georgia would have beat us.
I'm not going to lie, Coach. I still think Bama figures out a way to win that game because Georgia couldn't stop the downfield passing attack, whether it was Jeremy Bernard, Cuevas, Dupree. I just think that Bama's offense, and don't get me wrong, I think that it would have been much more difficult. But when we look at what gives Kirby a hard time, it's the same thing that gave Nick a hard time. And it's the offenses that DeBoer runs, right? It's why going into this season, and I've talked to Fanatic, I looked at that Texas game for Georgia, and I was like, ooh-wee, that's going to be tough. And I know a lot of people, a lot of SEC folks are like, no, Georgia's going to roll them. And I'm like, Sark's offense is perfectly built to give a Georgia defense trouble. DeBoer's offense is perfect. So, but getting to the heart of your point, I don't disagree, right? About that Alabama looked like they stopped mixing things up. At the end of the day, I just think that, Coach Carl, you answered the question posed beautifully in terms of Alabama getting the run game going. I think that's something they want to do. They know they have these talented running backs. And when we look at the history of DeBoer, he uses running backs a lot, a whole lot. This is the least I've ever seen a DeBoer offense utilize running backs. But, Carl, you hit the nail on the head when you said we got down early, and then you just couldn't go to that game plan. And Chris Williams had a I'm sorry, that comment still gets me because he consoled me so much on Tuesday. So, hey, Chris, I've said a lot about Auburn. You're good, bro. You're good.
Yeah.
You're good. You look, I've said it. You got your time. But I do appreciate you consoling me on Tuesday. But he also, that last comment you had up there from him, Coach, I think that's very interesting, where he was saying from an outside observer, it just looked like Alabama didn't want to be there. Thanks. And I don't know if y'all heard, but Diego Pavio was talking before the game, or after the game, and he was saying that Bama was talking a lot before that game about how they were going to roll Vandy. I think Bama thought that it was going to be easy. I don't know that the preparation defensively was enough. And I think once Vandy punched them in the face, it was almost like, who here is super into boxing? Coach Carl, you into boxing?
Yeah, I know a little bit about boxing.
Yeah.
Do you remember when, oh God, I don't know why the names just escaped me. I was just thinking of them. The European boxer. He fought this guy, and it was American box. I just had the names. Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
Who was
Anthony Joshua?
he fought the Hispanic boxer, and the guy was getting on him. And Anthony Joshua, we're sitting there watching, and we're like, well, he's a better boxer. I don't know if y'all remember, that other guy he was fighting hit him in the ear, and it threw off his equilibrium for the rest of the fight. And I think he ended up lasting 2 or 3 rounds after that. He had blood. Thank you. He had blood coming out of the ear, but he was never the same. He got hit in a manner where it stunned him so bad, he never recovered that fight. Now, he ended up coming back and getting his revenge. I think that's a lot of what happened against Vandy, man. I think that they thought it was going to be very easy. You're coming off of the win against Georgia. I still contend, I don't know that it was the best preparation, the best game plan. But I really do think that everybody was just like deer in the headlights on the defensive side. Oh, my goodness, we just got punched in the face. How do we respond? And it was almost like they were always one step behind. And so when I rewatched the game, I thought of that Anthony Joshua fight. And I thought, that's what this really reminds me of. It really does. But that's why I think we have an opportunity against South Carolina.
Yeah.
I think part of this is confidence. South Carolina's terrible at converting third downs. Like, they're awful at it. Go build your confidence back up. And they've got a great defensive front. So I think this is a very important game for us on Saturday. It's not going to be easy, but I expect a bounce-back game.
Facts, man. Coach Al, give me your thoughts, man. What's some thoughts that you have after rewatching the game, if you have, or the highlights, or what did you find in your second watch?
I'm kind of like Coach Carl. I saw enough Saturday night. That's the tape right there. But really, you do Sunday post-mortem, everybody get it off their chest, right? So you don't know. I know it. We talked about it a little bit, Coach. And, Vandy, I haven't looked at their roster, but I would imagine the composition of their team is full of a lot of upperclassmen, mature guys, right? Because they play a very mature game. They were locked in.
Coach Al, I think you kind of muffled a little bit. It'll be clear 1 second, then it'll be muffled another. Let me say something again.
How about now?
Oh, that's great right there. That's great right there.
That's a good audio tone. Sorry about that, everybody. Like I said, I haven't looked at the roster composition, but I'm certain they got a lot of upperclassmen. They played a very mature game. They played like guys that have been there before. Bama who? We got to strap ours on just like you. Okay. So, I kind of look at South Carolina first, because we and I both know that games like this is like I was saying. The coaches, when they get in the meeting room, they're going to have it down. Okay? And it's going to be 2 things. You're going to have one camp and the other camp.
Hold on, Coach. You got a headphone set in?
I do, yeah.
That's what I think it is.
Yeah, I think it is. I do apologize, everybody.
Oh, you good, brother? I just think I know how it go when the mic get covered. Sometimes it'll sound like.
Okay, gotcha. Let me try something different. Okay.
Right.
Just bear with me for a second, all right?
Nope, no problem. What's up, Katrina? How you doing? Shout out to Katrina while Coach getting ready. Shout out to Katrina. Shout out to Sun. Shout out to K Spray One. Shout out to Cyrus King. Shout out to Frightening Truth. Shout out to Goof. Man, shout out to everybody. Lance Hunter, Sweet Home Bama 24, Mike from Michigan. Shout out to Chris Williams. Hey, Chris, you got this week to get on us, bro. Fairs, we always get on each other and have a good time. Hey, it's all fair in love and war, bro. Get all your rocks off this week, bro. Shout out to my brother Brinski's in the house. Brinski.
Auburn doomed and forever shout out. He says, "Can I get a shout out?" I gotta
Auburn
be honest.
doomed and forever. What's up, Auburn doomed and forever? Y'all get us now. I ain't gonna say nothing, Chris. Go ahead, bro. I'll be your punching bag. We deserve it. Go ahead.
I'm not even gonna lie, Coach Sean.
Yeah.
I was expecting whenever, for him to really go hard. And I was like, hey, fair is fair. Chris has looked at this with a temperament that I wish a lot of the Alabama fans were looking at this loss with. Where, like, don't get me wrong, Chris will get in his jokes, all fair, right? That's the beauty of being of rival fan bases. We're gonna drop our jokes at you, you drop them at us. All well and good, Chris. All well and good. But Chris has also looked at this loss and been so much more measured in his approach to how he views it than a lot of the Alabama fans have been, where he's like, hey, if y'all play to your standard, you win that game and y'all will bounce back. But you got to give the like. I wish a lot of the Alabama fans would have the approach that Chris is having, because I've already seen a lot of stuff of like, oh well, is DeBoer the guy? DeBoer's the guy.
Yeah,
DeBoer's the guy. He's going to be just fine. He got punched in the mouth, but you know what? I'm not going to lie to you guys. I don't know how it was when y'all played football, but for me, whenever I was there, I wonder if it is truth. I've been wondering if it is. When I played football, I'd always have those pregame nerves until I got hit in the face, right? That first hit you laid on somebody, then it's like, okay, we're here. That's why I loved playing defense. And I loved when they'd get the ball first, because then it's like, okay, I go out there, I lay that first hit on somebody, and I'm good after that. We just got hit. And I'm hoping now it's that time to be like, okay, this is who we are. We're human. Sometimes recognizing you're human gives you that fire that you needed. And I think slaying Georgia, they were riding real high after that. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Hey, Todd.
Linda, shout out to Linda Derry. Much love to Linda, man. Good. That's a great comment, Linda. Great comment. Go ahead. Shout out to Ty Does Moto too, man. Shout out to Ty.
Strong name there, Ty.
Good name, huh? Go ahead, Coach Al.
Hey, Ty, I'm with you. We got hit in the mouth. But I'm gonna tell you something. I hope we don't come out a little tight on Saturday because of that. Okay?
Yeah.
Because you're starting to second guess yourself. But I hope that we got the leadership in our locker room, guys been there before, like Miro, like Book and those guys last year, what they had to go through. I hope they can fall back on that experience and realize that everybody counted them out, and left them for dead last year, that they can, hey, really truly live out length, I mean, they really got to do that now, if that really means anything, And like I was saying earlier, Coach, sorry about the audio problems. I do apologize.
You good, bro. You good,
bro. One of the things I observed outside of the X's and O's was some of the interviews earlier this week with our D-line coach. And he was kind of salty, in the interviews, if you saw him. Because, he take a lot of pride in Bama. He's a Bama guy. To go in and lose like that, I think he took a lot of personal accountability, because that was his unit. They got pushed all over the place, and then he had a guy go in the portal on him, so a lot was going on behind the scenes. Him trying to look at personnel, probably people talking to him about Keeley and those stuff. This is outside the X's and O's of talk.
Yeah,
just knowing what dynamic. This whole week is about the mental. It's not about necessarily do we have a good team. I think Coach Womack got to realize that he's at Bama, man. Just turn these guys loose.
Turn them loose, man. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Turn them loose, let them get down here. You at Bama, you're not at South Alabama. You don't have to out-scheme people, man. Get guys in something, let them play in it, man. You know what I mean? It's like, earlier this week we were talking about this thing, even before, against that offensive bandit, man. You can't come up in a 3-down look. Unless you got three monsters up there, they each going to command a double team, and everybody else filling gaps. I'm playing man behind it, and I'm feeling every gap on the field, and I'm hitting that quarterback in his mouth every time. That's how you defend the offense, like that. You don't let him be a factor. Period. You get him out of that, and make them go with something else. 100%. Because like I said, Coach, when we put our offense in initially at our high school that we opened up, we ran Paul Johnson's offense. the whole flex phone. Coach
Yeah.
Bohannon was his QB coach. We sent a QB to Georgia Tech. We ran the wheels off of it. He played quarterback
Flex.
at Tech. You couldn't
I
stop it.
just talked about that. Yeah, that Paul
Yeah.
John, that flex, man.
You
Ooh,
couldn't stop it. If you got behind, you couldn't stop it because you would never get the ball.
you never get the ball back. Facts.
Yeah, yeah. And one last point, I'll say this: what they did normally in a veer type of offense, you usually have undersized linemen that
Yeah.
you're trying to veer off a guy just so you can get to the second level and create those
Facts.
kind of angles. They
Angle.
had
Yes.
SEC size offensive linemen that could actually veer and run power schemes with that. So they coming downhill on you. If you ain't coming downhill to hit them in the mouth, guess what's gonna happen? You lose. That's exactly what happened. They control the line of scrimmage. We never got into penetration. And in an offense like this, you can't get upfield too much because they're running right behind you. So you need to get
Exactly.
penetration about 2 yards deep. Stop looking. That's it. That's how you defeat that offense. Okay, anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Moving on to South Carolina, they're gonna be a handful. Let's don't get that twisted, okay? Because they're pretty decent up front. That's what a game won and lost, okay? And so if we don't, now here's the other piece too. You got to watch. Last year, Proctor had a problem with speed rushing. We don't know if Pritchard how he's gonna react to speed. They got two of them.
They
Off the
bow it
edge.
too.
Them boys, they can go. But
These will probably be the best pure pass rushers,
yeah,
pure passers that we faced all season.
I would agree with
Dylan
that.
Stewart's ceiling is dumb.
Mm-hmm.
You know one thing, Ty, I noticed though, the freshman, I think he's a speed guy, but sometimes he can't convert that to power and he just gets smashed. Okay?
Yeah, that's why I said his ceiling.
Yeah.
Another year in that strength and conditioning program, my word, he's going to be a problem.
He is going to be a problem, and both of those guys off the edge. I mean, we know what they're going to do. I was looking when I watched their tape. I was looking for their second move and their third move. I didn't see it. Okay, so if you got good sound technique against those guys, I think we can have some success against them without having to bump a tight end over or the chip on the way out, or something like that, or the slide protection one way and chip the back, that kind of thing. So I hope that Brailsford has a good game recognizing pressures and the quarterback recognizing pressures so that we don't take needless sacks and he gets rid of the ball. So really anxious to see how we play.
But Coach,
Hold on 1 minute. Hold on, Coach Carl. Let me get this real quick. Stephen Hicks, let me say something to you, bro. You see these glasses right here? You see these glasses? When I fought, the fumes don't come out crimson, homie. You know what I'm saying? If you think what we're doing is crime, you don't know a soccer ball from a damn football. I would be willing to bet you the shoes on my feet with your J's that you can't tell me the difference right now in a 3-man front and an even man front scheme right now. I bet you can't. Y'all be killing me talking about this crime. Man, if you don't get your goof ass out of here, look, bro, what we doing is talking football, bro. Right? I don't get on this YouTube talking because I know that's what some of y'all do. Just talk. I don't care about that. I like kicking with my boys that like talking football, bro. I cheer for who the hell I want to cheer for. You feel me? Right? See, on this channel, I can say what go. I cheer for who the hell I want to cheer for, right? How I want to cheer for. You don't control how I do my business, right? You take that shit over to somebody else's channel where y'all get on each other fans and talk about what fan is this and what fan. I don't do that stupid ass shit. Take your goof ass over there and get involved with that. I talk football over here. Me and my people, we come together and talk about schematics. We talk about football. We talk about why we lost. You people kill me, bro. You think because if I'm gonna praise the team, you better bet your ass I'm gonna get on them when they lose to Vanderbilt, right? And if you can't take that, then you stay your goof ass off my channel. Go to one of these other channels where y'all fought crimson farts and all that, because it ain't gonna happen over here, bro. And if any of you got something to say to me, come holler at me in person. Get off this internet. These internet people, bro. These internet dudes talking. You know what I mean?
Man.
Won't pull up on nobody, but will talk for days. See, I don't come from that world. Let me say this really quickly before we move on, because I need you to know this. I don't come from the world where people argue with their fingers. I don't come from that world, bro. If you got something to say, pull up on me, holler at me. Pull up on me, holler at me. Weird ass dudes keep on talking about some crying on football. What is these dudes, bro? Get your goof ass out of my chat talking that stupid ass shit before I lose my temper. You know what I mean?
That dude ain't even work goddamn getting upset
I can't
about
stand that, man. These weird ass dudes be, these fanned out ass dudes be all over this internet. Crying. Worry about you. What about you?
Them Paul Feinbaum goddamn phone calls right there.
Weird ass dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit be killing me.
Paul
I ain't fanned out like you, bro. I'm not fanned out. Go ahead, Coach Carl.
If he couldn't understand that all we were talking was X's and O's, we were talking about having. Yeah, we were just talking about being outmanned at the point of contact. We were talking about what kind of scheme they were running. We were just talking football. I don't understand.
It's clearly that these motherfuckers don't know the difference between crying and talking football.
Yeah.
I don't pay no attention to these goof ass internet ass dudes, man.
We'll be in here boohoo crying, all this shit, talking about fire down Caleb DeBoer and all this shit. You don't hear us say none of that. All we doing is talking football. We talking about what happened in the game and how to correct the mistakes.
Thank you.
And if you don't understand that, you're right, Coach Sean. Get the hell off our YouTube channel.
Please, exit left, man.
Go find some else shit. Go to Jimmy Stein and talk that shit with them because we don't have
weirdos, man. The thing about
I'm
us,
just sitting here enjoying a Padron, so it's.
Hey man, I don't get on my channel worrying about nothing else but the people on my channel, the people I deal with. I don't get on here worrying about what nobody else say. I don't get on here worrying about. You can't control my fandom, Steven. You can't control me, bro, because I'm not. When I fart, my booty don't spit out crimson gases. Does that make sense?
That would be. Listen, though, if you did,
like
we'd need a medical intervention. Okay, so that's probably good. But
you got
Coach Al,
by Vanderbilt.
Yeah, what you got, Ty?
That deserves to be talked about, bro.
Right.
Go ahead, Coach. Go ahead.
We got our ad with, man.
Coach Al, one of the things that you were talking about that is actually fascinating to me is Connor Yeager is someone who came over to my channel on Monday. Remember the name because he's going to be involved with the channel. He's going to be starting his channel. Ebony in the chat. How are you, Ebony? Hope you're doing well.
Sis, Ebony.
Ebony.
Ebony, who ain't fanned out. She ain't fanned. Ebony, you can like whoever you like. You're not going to get fanned out over here. I promise you. Go ahead.
Big fan.
So, whenever Connor is interesting, Coach Al, because he's an accountant by day, and he is trying to create his own model, kind of like Pro Football Focus, but he wants to have more emphasis on talking to players to bridge like grading what Pro Football Focus does, but from an aspect that makes a little bit more sense, right? Because Pro Football Focus, when you grade the offensive line, they don't take into account scheme, right? Yep. Stuff like that. He's trying to create a model that's far more indicative of things like that, of quality of opponent.
Okay.
Well, after Bama lost to Vandy, he came on the channel, and I was talking to him, and he told us before the show and then during the show, he was like, it's fascinating because if you look at the Mountain West, for instance, I forget the second team, he said, but Boise State has the highest win percentage in the Mountain West. They recruit the best in the Mountain West. The team with the second highest win percentage in the Mountain West is usually the team that over the last, I think he said since it was 10 to 15 years, they've recruited the second best in the Mountain West. Well, the third highest win percentage in the Mountain West actually came from the team that had the worst recruiting classes in the Mountain West, and they run the exact same offense. And he was highlighting to us and to everybody, he's like, listen, Bama should have won the game, but there is actually verifiable data about this offense and how it beats teams consistently with better talent. And I just thought that was a fascinating point, right? Like,
yeah,
the fact that this offense, and once again, even he was like, Bama should have won. That's, right. You should have won. But there is something to this where if you overlook them a little bit and then you get down, you get in a hole, this offense is going to take advantage of some things, and it does it across the board. So whenever you were talking, you said something, and it made that light bulb go off in my head.
Let me follow up. Okay, so when we at one of the high schools I coached some years ago, we opened the high school up, new high school, brand new high school. Uh, so obviously we had no strength. Okay, so we had to come up with a way to play football to be effective. And we knew we weren't as strong as say McKeach or North Cobb or those guys. Till we got our strength program in place. And so we ran that offense so we could eliminate guys. We were on the midline, we were off the edges, and every play we weren't blocking a couple of guys. Okay, we were reading them, letting them get themselves out of the play, and we had Kenyon Drake as a freshman, as a ninth grader, starting in the backfield. And then St. John Days was the quarterback who went on to play quarterback at Georgia Tech. Okay, in the same scheme until we got our strength and program up. Once we got our strength up, we went to the Tony Franklin system. Okay, and we went to the playoffs with that scheme. If you got behind, okay, you got a problem. Because St. John was that dude. Kenyon was Kenyon. Y'all know Kenyon. Okay, so I agree with what you said, Ty. It makes if you couldn't practice, you couldn't stimulate the speed with the athletes we had in skill position, and we had a great center. You couldn't stimulate that in practice. You're wrong every time. You start guessing, that's when we really got you. Okay, so everything you're saying is backed up by facts and data, but I know it from experience. And what separated Vandy was at the point of contact, their offensive tackles were just as big as ours. Their offensive guards was just as big as ours. So you had power to guys who are locked into a scheme they can run faster than you can react to. You got a problem unless you hit it right in the mouth. And we didn't do that. Period. So yes.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Coach Carl. Brinsky, let me get you two on this. Brinsky, you just got up in the house. Let me get you and Coach Carl's ideas. Now, South Carolina got a good quarterback, man. Just like Coaching was just saying. The kid has had his struggles, right? These guys have had their struggles on third down, right? They got two pass rushers, but just like Coach Al said, they do have their weaknesses. But these, to me, would be just, if you're talking about just pure pass rushing, these guys potentially can really, really, really challenge our tackles. Brinsky, what you think about South Carolina and what you think about us going into the South Carolina game?
We better be ready on that offensive line, especially with Dylan Stewart, which is sky's the limit for his ability, man. That kid is amazing, for real. Future first round draft pick, for real. Is they starting quarterback on play, or is it gonna be Robert Ashford?
I don't know. They probably might. Are they both healthy?
Yeah.
I
he's not on the injury report.
Okay.
Yeah.
From what I've been seeing, from what I know, I've been just seeing Robbie Ashford been playing up to this point, unless I missed something. So I know with Robbie, we just got to worry about his legs. I'm not worried about him throwing the ball. But it just seems like when everybody want to play us, everybody turning not to 5-star, they turn into 6 stars, and they just start making these miraculous plays against us. So you just got to worry about that against them. But they're a little suspect too. We just have to just get after them boys. Of course, Coach I's nephew Bennett is a great slot receiver.
Yeah,
he's just a freshman too, so just got to watch those guys. Definitely got to run the ball a lot more. I'm not loving how we using Justice Haynes and Jam Miller. We don't need to run Jalen Milroe so much. We just need to run him when it's necessary for him to run. I feel like we overly running him more than we should. Like a lot of those runs can go to those running backs. Definitely defense needs to step up this game. We have too many athletic guys on that defensive line. You gotta. One thing I'm not understanding why they just not letting them attack, which is getting on my nerves. Like you have the guys, but you're not allowing them to attack. You got to come after them. I want to see more Jalen Mbakwe. I feel like Red Morgan needs to sit down more, develop more, because he is definitely not ready. I don't know what they see in Red, but not Jalen Mbakwe. I seen enough of Red getting burnt all year. No disrespect to my brother,
Thanks.
he's just not ready yet. And I don't see him as a corner. I see him as a safety.
Safety. Yeah.
So it's
A
time
little
will
Just got to
stiff.
tell.
get that leverage right.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
little stiff hipped. A little stiff hipped for
yeah.
sure.
Like he's definitely physical and all that, but man, it's just freshman, bro. We usually be prepared for all this. We usually have guys out there that had the experience and be ready to play out there. I'm not used to seeing freshmen play at Alabama, especially in the secondary. Not that many. So definitely get Jalen Boutway out there a lot more. He's a playmaker. You gotta use your playmakers. But
Thanks.
it should be we should go out there and handle business. I expect us to cover the spread if we go out there and take care of business on defense. I'm not really worried about the offense because clearly we can score on offense, but we really need to get off the field on third down. And if it's Robbie Ashford, we know what he's trying to do. We just got to watch him, just have a spy on him, and just go get him.
Thanks. Coach
Yeah,
Carl,
let's see.
give me your thoughts, my brother.
My question is, man, what happened to Jaleel Hurley? Because if we bringing in a freshman
Man, I know.
like
That's a
Red
good
Morgan,
question.
and we got Jaleel Hurley down there, former 5-star safety, man, that played corner and safety in high school. Why he ain't getting an opportunity to play in this spot? That's the question I
About
want to know.
6'2" too, I believe.
Mystery to me,
Yeah.
Coach. Mystery to me.
So
Yeah.
that's the question I would like to find out. But
Right.
as a South Carolina, man, South Carolina had two good edge rushers. And the defensive tackles are not really that strong, kind of like some of the offensive scheme we've been running with in the middle of our defensive line. So the best way, in my opinion, for us to attack South Carolina, man, you got two good pass rushers to run at the pass rush. Because if they're one dimensional and they pass rush, they're not really gonna be run game technique. So I would run inside zone right after the pass rush, right off the end, like they did at Georgia. Two pass rushers just ran inside zone right at the end, kick the ends out, and just ran the ball right down their throat, and Georgia couldn't stop it. That's the way I would come at South Carolina, and just keep going until they break. And when they start putting more and more in the box, then you start taking your shots. Same as you play the game against Georgia in the first half. You run that first half offense against any team in the SEC, basically any team in the nation. You running that type of offense, ain't nobody stopping that offense. That pin and pull, that inside outside zone read, man, it's hard to stop that offense with that personnel that Alabama has. And it's Alabama
Especially
running
when
that
Jalen's
personnel.
operating it like he is.
Yeah. If they run that there and you run that at South Carolina, we cover the spread easily. But we just gotta get. My bigger issue is we gotta solidify that defensive line. Get those damn pass rushers out of the middle of the defensive line. Put real defensive linemen in the middle of that line. If you want to put speed on the outside, put speed on the edges. But get those damn defensive linemen in the game. Get those damn 275, 300 defensive linemen in the game. That's what they're there for. They gap control. And hell, some of the gap control defense line we got actually making plays on the ball too because they're so fast and powerful that they can split gaps. They can jump a gap, jump a B gap, push everything back outside to the damn speed and corners. They can do that because they can control everything on the inside. When you control everything going on the inside, you gotta go outside. And Alabama's speed is what makes them so damn dynamic at linebacker because they can be able to run side to side and cover the things on the outside. We just can't get lost in the backfield. And I think that would kill us on Vandy. The linebacker got so much lost in the backfield because the quarterback was putting the ball, trying to be like one to come and say, trying to be like damn Johnny Manziel.
Yeah.
He was running around idolizing Johnny Manziel, playing with his Johnny Manziel 2.0. So he was just he was in his bag doing his thing, and then they kept playing eye discipline in the backfield on Johnny Manziel part too. And not playing the backside of the flats, not playing tight end, running right past them. They just wasn't playing assignment football. And Malachi Moore, he wasn't playing really good neither because his assignment was tight end, and he'll be too focused in the backfield too, and tight end run past him. It was just basically, man, just like discipline on defense. But we get our defensive scheme back, get our discipline right. Even though South Carolina do have talented wide receiver, talented tight end, I think we should be able to roll South Carolina, but we just gotta play Alabama football, man. Alabama football don't nobody beat us. If we play Alabama football like we played the first half, like I said again, Georgia, don't no team in the nation beat us. But if we go back to playing the Pac-12 football in the second half of Georgia game and Pac-12 versus Vandy, yeah, ain't no telling, man, we get beat by anybody. We just gotta play SEC football. And we can't play Pac-12 football. We can play SEC football. Every play counts. That's why, like I said on the damn commercial. It just mean more. When you in the South, it's supposed to mean more. And when you come down here and adapt to the way in the South, it gotta mean more. It gotta be the only thing you breathing when you come down here in the South playing football and coaching football. You gotta eat, sleep, and breathe it. When you get up in the morning and you go take a dump, you go take a dump and you breathe and you dump out all the bad vibes from football, and then you get up and go feel it and feel back up with football. Like that's all you do in the South. If you a football coach in the South, it's a full-time job, man. Ask my wife, she'll tell you, it's a full-time job.
Oh, I know.
When
Yes,
you
sir, it
when
is.
you in your bed, you still watching football. You breaking down film. You analyzing things. Now you trying to find the weakest link on the team, and you run through film after film after film. Just try to find weakly. You want to find a dude that can't even come off the ball right. That his stance a little bit bent, or his stance high, or he way too low. You got to figure out which way, how to block a kid, how to push a kid in the ground, how to beat a kid off the end, how to beat a down good nose tackle, or how to beat a good guard. What gap you gotta take to beat a guard? It's a full time thing. It man, being in the SEC ain't like being in the Pac-12. And K Womack gonna find that out too. Like he found that out Saturday. Being in the SEC calling play ain't like being in South Florida calling play. In South Florida, you call a bad game, and hell, you get away with it. In the SEC, you can't call a bad game and get away with it. You call a bad game in the Pac-12 and get out there with a win. You can't do that here. You can't do the SEC, man. SEC, man. If you make one mistake, a good team or a bad team will capitalize.
Right.
And that's how Vandy down there beat Missouri. That's how they gave Georgia here last year in the first half. That's how down Kentucky down there beat Georgia. You gotta capitalize on every single thing you do in the SEC. And right now we're not doing it. Not even on offense, because on the offensive tackle, Pritchard down rush out like he was playing RPO when he was in the 60 set.
Yeah.
He ran RPO. He reaching out to try to block the defense in and got hard pass. And all you gotta do is just drop straight back on, and then you give up a sack, fumble.
And so you say 60 seconds.
Put the game back up 10 points. Put it up, and now very much reach. So I mean, everything you do is be 100%. If you ain't on, you're gonna get beat. And what Bama gotta do, just gotta come back. They got knocked down. I'm so sad that me and Janet said that Ryan dropped the video yesterday, which was feeling. But after that, we gonna lock in. We take another like might not take it to start because of their personnel and the way Shane Beamer do. Shane Beamer kind of like Lane Kiffin a little bit. He'll take a chance, and when the time you don't take that chance. So he kind of the one like that, man, that you have to just watch him. Watch those trick plays. And if South Carolina get the rolling, it can be on day. But they get to struggling and you make them pass the ball, you can pretty much beat the brakes off.
All facts. All facts, man. Ty, I believe you got a personal comment from Anthony. Anthony had I found his other comment. He says, Ty, can you read my last comment? And by the way, my family got through Hurricane Milton. Was just a few trees down and power out for a couple of days. Blessings, man. Blessings to you, man.
God bless you, man.
Right.
Yeah. Great to hear that everybody's good, because that's what Anthony says. Ty, both coaches, I have a question. Looking back on Bama versus Vandy, do you guys think you went in there on a high after the Georgia game and overlooked Vandy? I think that's one part of it. And I think it's one of those things where it's like a domino effect, Anthony. I think because they overlooked them and the scheme that Vandy runs, and Alabama got behind early, it was everything just cascaded after that. I don't think that they were prepared as well as they should have been on defense, but I also think that's because they thought, okay, well, they're going to run this option, and we just have the guys to be able to plug up everything and rock out. And then you get down quick, 13-0, and you're looking there, and it's like, okay, now we got to do something. Offense did its thing. I think Coach Carl earlier, I don't know if you were in here for that, Anthony, he hit the nail on the head. I want to see them establish a run game, but I can't get mad at the coaching staff for not establishing a run game against Vanderbilt. You had to come down from 2 scores. So, I mean, the MO was we need to score quickly, get them off the field, get us back on the field. I think we would have seen a different ball game if Bama would have gotten the ball first, scored, gotten 1 stop, and then gotten the ball back, scored. I think after that you would have seen a different ball game. Yeah, but I think it's a great learning moment for the staff and for everybody.
What about you, Coach Al?
Yeah, I'm kind of along the lines with Ty. You know, we got down 2 scores, and we never could get off the field on defense. If we had guys that stop where our offense was playing, we operated at a pretty high level. We're very close. I think that would have got us into a more of a rhythm to play complementary football. We were playing catch up the whole game because we never could get off the field defensively. Now, I'm going to say right now, I'm not throwing shade at our defense like that. It's a long season. Just like last year, we got up off the deck, kind of pulled it together because we pulled together, not apart. And we started doing some things from a basic standpoint that we can get better at. I think this defense you're going to see kind of get a little bit more vanilla and play a little bit more downhill and force them to take away certain players so we can just play aggressively all the time. So I think there was a little bit of everything there, a little bit of overlooking, a little bit of scheme. Vandy's better. They're not Vandy 5 years ago. But you know something, Coach Sean, a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about this game last week. And, you know, I commented, historically, even with Vandy's bad teams, we always used to play them around the 3rd week in September. They're healthy. And their 22 guys could give us some fits for about a quarter or two, you know, and play physical. Okay. They did that, but they added personnel. That's the wild card that a lot of people not seeing. Go look at their box players, their SEC guys.
Welcome,
So
Carl.
that's
No
a
problem.
different.
You might have to go back and watch the first 20 minutes because
That's a different team that we saw. But let's can I say something, Coach Sean, about South Carolina?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Okay. So I've been kind of looking at this as to how they want to play us. I'm an offensive guy. I'll say how they want to play us. And if you go back to the LSU game, that they were up 17-0 in that game. Okay. All right. So you look at the trends of what happened with them. They got out the gate fast against LSU. Their coach last week put them in a bind by doing some stupid stuff, fake punts and stuff, and putting them in a bad situation. And they were down early. And that was all on the coach. Okay. So I don't think he's going to do that. I think he's going to come out aggressive, but I think we got to watch these guys early. And if they play us too high because they know that we can throw the ball vertically, then that's going to open up the run game. We're going to have to commit to the run game to get them to start committing one of them safeties to the box. Okay. So that now that opens up the vertical game. Now, I would also say this, Coach Sean, because they're so fast on the edge, okay, Coach DeBoer's offense introduces a lot of motion. Well, we got to play some horizontal football to widen those guys out, okay, with the motion. If we start hitting them with some of those jet sweeps and some of those things like that to get the edge defender to widen a little bit, to go out to a 9 technique, then it's going to open up inside zone. It's going to open up powers and pins and pulls. And better yet, the whole idea with what we do with Jalen and the read option kind of thing, I think there's another iteration off that that's going to get that safety to drop down to be an alley defender, and we run the over behind it. It's those kind of things that we got to do against South Carolina to stretch them horizontally, to take these young players and put them in a bind, okay, because they're young players. We need to exploit their youthful inexperience and athleticism and use it against them. So that's my take on how we go at them. just briefly. I just thought I'd put it out there before I got to go. You know what I'm doing, Coach.
Thanks, man. I do. I
I
definitely
just,
that pre-snap.
I
That
just had to
pre-snap
get
is the
on with
catch.
y'all, man. Yeah, man. I just had to get on with y'all.
Always, coach. You already know, man. We got Sun Ty.
Sun with the 1999. Appreciate you for being here, Sun. He says, after 2 games, clock management was the difference. You won a game and managed the clock poorly, and lost the game where the opponent managed the clock greatly. Will this staff and players have a mind to hold the ball now? I don't think you're wrong in totality, Sun. I think Vandy and Coach Al has spoke on this at length. Whenever you play that type of team, if you go down, they're not giving you the ball back. That's just what it is. Against Georgia, it's a little bit harder for me to just be very hard pressed on our offense. Because here's the reality of that, Sun. If we would have burned more clock in that game running the football, maybe Alabama doesn't have the opportunity to throw that ball to Ryan Williams. Maybe when Georgia scores, that's ball game, right? Because we would have burned the clock going into it, and then Georgia would have been able to take it to zeros, and then they win the game. So I think that it's in the middle, Sun, where Alabama's offense is going to do what they want to do, but they also do need to incorporate the run game. And I think for me, it's a little bit less about clock and more about principled drives. And I think if you have principled drives, it will assist in the other. But that being said, you're certainly not wrong.
Much love, Sun. We all appreciate you, brother. Ty, all of us, we appreciate you, man. Thank you for that, brother. Much love to you. Be blessed, for sure, for sure. Jay, Uncle Jay is in the house. JT, the big homie. OG J and OG Ephraim. It's a good night when you get both of them guys in here, man.
Hey.
What's up, Coach Sean? Ty and gentlemen, are we ready for some? Yes, sir, we are, man. And check out Jay's channel, Jay's Epic Travels. I'm telling y'all, if you got a travel channel, you travel a lot, Jay go every damn where. You hear me? Jay is everywhere. He's all over the place. I'm telling y'all. Check that channel out, man. Those channels are really, really, really popular. Jay's Epic Travel. You can't go wrong with it. I'm trying to tell you. What about you, Brinsky? What about you going into the South Carolina game? What you thinking? Where your mind at? What do you need to see?
Like I said, we just got to see the defense just come out playing Alabama football, just attacking. Got to see them be a lot more consistent on third down. Got to get off the field a lot more. The offense is going to score, clearly. Definitely want to see Jam and Justice get the ball a lot more. Let that 1-2 punch work. We ain't got to put so much pressure on Jalen Milroe, even though he making the play. But let those guys eat too, man. Ain't no fun if the homies can't have none.
Facts.
So man, we gotta
No Diddy.
Yeah,
No
man.
Diddy.
None of that. I'm not doing this with you tonight, man. I'm not doing it. But
He beat me to it, and usually I was about to say I'm on top of it, but then I set myself up for another no Diddy right there.
I'm not doing this tonight with y'all, man. I'm not.
All right.
But,
Coach Sean, I'm out, man. I'll catch y'all later.
Hey, Al, much love to Coach Al. Make sure everybody tap in with Al on Twitter. Thank you, Al, for tapping in, my brother. We really, really, really appreciate you, man.
Al Sands 79 on Twitter. Hit me up.
Please hit him up, man. Thank you, Coach Al. Be
All
blessed,
right.
my brother.
All right. Be out.
Right back.
Yeah, man. They just gotta run. Want to see them run the ball more. Stop trying to depend on Ryan so much. It's other guys on the field, man, that can make plays.
Man,
you got to use those guys, make them feel like they in the game or not. Because I don't want to lose Justice Haynes to no portal. He's too good of a player. Use those guys. Stop trying to pass the ball so much. Run the ball. Run the ball. We can run the ball. Take the pressure off these guys trying to block, stop these pass rushers so much. We can slow them down by running this ball. Because I don't believe they can stop us running the ball at all. So just run the ball, Get off the field on third down. Plain and simple. We'll cover the spread.
Jesus, get out the field on third down, man. Please get out the field on third down. I want to talk about this real quick, man, before we get out of here. Ty, Coach Carl, Brinsky, I need to get your input really quickly on the Red River shootout. I need to know who y'all picking and why. Ty, got to start with you.
Listen, who I would like to win, Truth, if you're in here, I'm sorry. And the only reason I say I would like OU to win is because then it would be no undefeated SEC teams. And being an SEC fan where my team has a loss, that bodes well for me. Right? So I would love for there to be no undefeated SEC teams. That being said, Truth, I think Texas is going to win. I think Oklahoma's defense is massively improved, right? I think that they're a massively improved defense. I think a lot of people, when they're looking into the stats, the one thing that it's like, the stats for OU's defense, it's hard to quantify and put into, hey, Truth and Sports, I picked Texas to win. Pick Texas to win. The only reason I say that is because if I don't want any undefeated SEC teams, because then that helps Bama, right? That helps the optics, right? But I do think Texas is going to win. And the reason I say that is I think that Quinn coming back, I'm not worried about rust. He's not a first-year player. Did I say I want OU to win because there's no undefeated SEC teams. That's a selfish reason. That's a selfish reason because Bama just took the Vandy loss. So I want the SEC all to have one loss. But I think Texas is going to win. I think Quinn's going to be operating at a high level. I think Oklahoma's defense is better than the stats say. And the reason why I say that is because their offense hasn't done them any favors, right? So it's all on the defense, and then you know how that goes. And Sports, you're not wrong, but Texas also just hasn't played like like they had the easiest schedules, and Texas was in like top 5 right now, easiest schedules thus far. But this is a rivalry game. We know how that goes. This is going to be a tough game. This is a good win for whoever wins this game. I think it'll be Texas. Texas's defense is very impressive. Even though, like I said, I don't think they've really played an offense that's there. I can tell you, I don't care. Your defense is really good. It's a really good defense. They're playing really high quality football. The secondary is communicating better. Your edge talent is so fun to watch. And Colin Simmons, Trey Moore, you guys, I just think right now Texas is in a better place than Oklahoma. Oklahoma's top 5 wide receivers are out. And even though I think that the offense is slowly putting some things together, shout out Coach Smoot, I think that even though the offense is slowly putting things together, it's not there right now. I'm taking Texas, man. I am. And I forget which Texas fan told me, but there's this crazy stat that the team in white has won X amount of the last few. And if that's true, I think Texas is playing in white. But yeah, great game. Great game. This is a game where all conventional wisdom goes out. That's what makes this game so special, is everything we think will just go right out the window. But give me Texas to win the game. I just think they're so complete right now.
Did you see Jay's comment?
Oh, yes, I did. I was messaging him in the chat. Yeah, I'm nervous about the LSAT, but I have a target score that I want to get to. And if I can get that, then we're good to go.
Stay prayed up. Coach Carl, let me get you on this Red River rivalry. What you thinking?
You got it.
Man, I'm thinking the same thing as Todd thinking, man. I think Oklahoma gonna play good, but Texas is too powerful for Oklahoma right now, especially with a freshman quarterback. That defense, the way Texas play defense, and the way Sarkisian call play, Sarkisian gonna overwhelm their defense. Even though Oklahoma defense is vastly improved from last year, they gonna overwhelm that defense. And Sarkisian being the mastermind he is, man. Like every single time I watch Sarkisian, when he came from Bama, Every time that guy squats down on the sideline, start looking at that playbook, he makes me nervous. Like he'd be squatting on the sideline, looking at that play card, and next thing you know, here come a hellacious play, or here comes the touchdown. Man, that dude makes me nervous. See him squat on the sideline. When he's standing up on the sideline, it be like, okay, you might probably gonna throw a pick because Sarkisian is not focusing. But when he focused, man, that team rolling. And I don't know. I'm hoping that you will come back and try to improve that he's better than Manning and try to take back the Heisman thing and OU beat them. But I just can't see it right now because that team is too talented, man. They using Isaiah Bond kind of like we use J. Moore with Bryce. Like they turned Isaiah Bond into a certain stud, man. Like I knew the kid was talented, but the way they used that kid, like, damn, that dude was scary. And with then OU having all those wide receivers out, man, the freshman quarterback, I just don't see a muscle in the offense to even contain or compete with Texas. So, yeah, man, I'm with Texas, but I'm hoping like hell the OU figure out some type of way that maybe you will throw a couple picks and then they get some free scores. Other than that, man, Texas should beat them.
Redskin.
I think it's gonna be Texas, and I think they're gonna cover the spread easily, man.
Really? Okay.
They say it's 14.5. I think they cover the spread easily, only because of that the inconsistencies that they have on offense that I just don't like. I believe the defense is gonna show up early, but they're gonna be on the field too much because of the offense being so inconsistent, and that's gonna be a problem. And it's only gonna take, like Coach Carr said, once start looking at that play call sheet, man, it's just like, man, what he drawing up. And I think, especially with wide receivers, man, they like the kings of the double.
Fact.
They be doing
that little card he be using. He ain't even got a sheet. It's like a little card he be writing on, man.
I'm telling you, man, he's one of the best offensive minds in the game.
That dude deadly. Facts.
That was it's so and like before, I think when he came to us after he got fired from the Falcons, like, bro, why we got this dude, bro? Like, why do we got him? He's so trash. I think because I was so in love with Lane, and then you just see where he's at now. I'm so proud of him, man. I'm just so proud of him. But I think they're going to kill Oklahoma just because of that. I think they're going to cover. Sorry to all OU fans that's in here, but I don't even think it's about to be a game this year. Only way I can see it, if Oklahoma can find a way to even just score 21 points, then I say they don't cover. But I just don't even see it happening right now. Just how it's.
Go ahead, Ty. I see you. Go ahead.
Don't dismiss the craziness of this rivalry, man. That's all I'm gonna say. It's beautiful. This game is beautiful.
It's on, and then and shout out to Jay, man. I gotta say shout out to Jay, man, because he said something last night. It's one of those games that you gotta go to and just add it to your bucket list of just college football games to just like go to. And I said, okay. Yeah, because I know it's around the Texas State Fair. I never really planned on
20 minutes from my house right now.
So I said I want to go to one. I said I do want to go to an Ohio State and Michigan game one day, just to get the experience. Because I've been to an Iron Bowl, but the Iron Bowl is just different. And I was in the Auburn section for that one.
I'm so sorry.
Me too.
I wasn't, because it was the year when we won the national championship to Roy Up Church in the end zone. I was
there
screaming.
You go.
So
I imagine going last year.
Texas winning by 17 plus.
Ooh. Coach, let me get this from Jay real fast.
Yeah.
Jay Townsend with the $10. Thank you, Jay. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I always say it, and this is the perfect time for me to say it. The two most valuable things you have in your life is health and time, and I cannot articulate how much it means that you are spending your time here with us. Jay says, Ty, Quinn is overrated in my opinion. He's fragile and soft as It hurts. It hurts it hurts for you to say it, Jay, because he hasn't played a full season. But I am very biased towards Quinn, and I'm going to tell you why. Because when I graduated college, I graduated during 2020. I know that YouTube is weird about what happened in 2020, so I'm not even going. Hey, you don't talk about my music like that, sports. I made this beat. Just called it Skinamax music. I can't get it out of my head though once he said it. But y'all don't say that about the beat I made. But I'm gonna tell you why I'm partial to Quinn, Jay. Because when I graduated in 2020. Y'all know what happened. I'm not gonna say it because YouTube is weird about how they'll push things that say even that word, right? But I got an internship with Dave Campbell's Texas Football, and I covered Quinn. And Quinn's a good kid, man. I mean, he's not a kid anymore, but at that time, like very much a kid. And he was one of those where he was real easy to talk to. And it's crazy because he was the number one player. Like he was Quinn, right? Like number one player in the nation, but so easy to talk to. I watched him when they played Cade Klubnik in the state championship game at Austin Westlake versus South Lake Carroll. If you go back and watch that game, you'll see a dude standing in the end zone with a hoodie on. That's me. I'm at the back of the end zone. And so because of that connection, and I actually wrote an article for Dave Campbell's. It didn't end up getting published. When I interned there, I was interning under event management. And then when I showed them this article that I wrote, and I was like, oh, I just want some advice. They actually had me doing event management and editorial. So then I started writing articles as well for Dave Campbell's. And the article I wrote was about how he was so important to Texas, and I titled it Return of the King, because I'm a nerd. I love Lord of the Rings, right? So there's the Lord of the Rings reference and how much he meant to that Texas recruiting class. So because of that, I've always wanted Quinn to do well. And the reason why this year's injury hurt me so much is because everything I'd always asked of Quinn, I know, to sports masochist or truth, y'all might think I was always hard on Quinn, but it was the fact that I knew how good he is. Like, I know how good that kid is at football. And if he was to ever have it all click, I was like, oh, this kid's a lock, top 10 draft pick. Like, that's how good he is. And this year, it was there. The deep ball accuracy, it was better than it's ever been. He's never had a problem with the short to intermediate. He's automatic there, especially outside the numbers. But this year, it was all clicking. And then when I saw him get hurt, I was so upset because I was like, not this year. Not this year. I wanted him to go through the season healthy and keep showing that. So I'm very biased towards Quinn. And because of that, I always want him to do well. I want him to succeed because, it's just one of those things where I covered him. Good kid.
Yeah, man, I got love for Quinn too, man. For me, I can pick this game because I'm a fan of neither. I would love, and I apologize to the homie Frightening. You know what I mean? Good homie. I want OU to win, Frightening, but I'm just not satisfied with what I see from those guys offensively. Texas, man, that's a month. They're gonna horizontally stretch y'all's defense for sure. Y'all defense is gonna really have to play well for your team to even have a chance. I hadn't seen enough from Hawkins. I hadn't seen enough from Hawkins yet to know if he's a threat passing the football. I know they didn't really have to pass it that much against Auburn. I just don't know what I'm getting with Oklahoma, man. They got so many injuries, right? They got so many injuries, but I just feel like Texas is gonna beat them because of, I know it's a rivalry game and you can throw out all the records. I get it, man. But I'm just going on what I've seen. I just hadn't seen enough from Oklahoma, man. I just hadn't seen enough from them yet, man. Texas, while we know they hadn't played nobody but Michigan, I feel like that scheme is going to be enough for Sark to win. I think the injuries catch up with Oklahoma. Shout out to Curtis White. What's up, Curtis? How you doing, man? I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, Frightening. I think y'all going to get this win, bro. I do. I think y'all gonna get it, man. Before we get out of here, though, fellas, give me your prediction. Last time we did predictions, I don't get predictions, but the last time we did it, we beat Georgia, so I want to do that again. We didn't do it Vanderbilt and got our asses whipped. So give me your predict. But before you give your prediction, Ty, really quickly before everybody have to leave, let me apologize to my belt to ass nation folks, man. I got in my bag earlier. I don't even use profanity like that besides belt to ass on my channel. You know what I mean? But you gotta understand, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't get a chance to be on YouTube every day. You know what I'm saying? I got a full-time job, a full-time 13-year-old who grow like a weed. So I don't get a chance to be on here. You know what I mean? A lot. So I enjoy when I get my chances to be on here. This ain't how I make my money on this, right? So when people come in here trying to tell me how to be a fan, I'm not trying to hear that shit. I ain't trying to hear it, homie. I'm not trying to hear it. I'm a fan the way I want to be a fan. I don't give a damn how you a fan. I'm a fan how I'm a fan, right? And I'm gonna tell it how I see it. You know, you ain't got to listen, right? I don't do this for views. Ty Hayes was the first person, bro, let me show you how humble I am. I never even looked at the views from the damn channel. Swear to you, I didn't. Ty told me, he showed me how to go to the what is the Twitter with the YouTube. I never even paid attention. I didn't even know this video got 2,000. This video got, bro, I don't come here for no damn views. You ain't never got to worry about me with some views. I just learned where you look. Like right now, I see 165. I see YouTube. How many ever in there? I see 62 on it, but total 160. So I'm just learning how to do that. I just learned that. I don't do this for views, bro. I don't give a damn if it's 5 people in here. We talking football, so I'm happy. I don't do this for views. That's why I don't talk stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why you don't hear me outside of going at people for, fun or football. You don't see me doing none of that corny ass shit. I'm not an internet dude. You know what I mean? So you can't come in my channel and tell me how the hell to be a fan. You can get your ass up out of here. You know what I mean? You go over there to learn how to be a fan. You can call me what the hell you want. Just don't approach me with that. On the dead homies, don't approach me with that. You gonna get what you're looking for. I'm not like these other people. I don't bar nobody, right? Keep me out your mouth. And because I don't take part in this internet bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm here to talk football, bro. If it ain't about football, keep going that way. It's 1,000 Bama channels where you can go get other shit other than football. This ain't one of them. That's why I do content with the same people I do it with. I'm not with that dumb running off at the mouth shit. I don't do that, bro. You know what I mean? So I apologize to my AAA, my AAA family, my Bama 2 ass family, my what other cliques are being here? My caveman 81, my K1, my caveman 826 family, and that's really who I'm. He hit me in the inbox. You know what I mean? And I know him, so I'm not trying to go hard on him. I know him personally. I know Chris personally. But brother, you gotta understand, this is my channel. And the Steven dude that came in here talking what I'm supposed to do, go cheer for somebody else. You get the hell out of my chat and go to one of these channels where y'all can control who talk to who and what type of fan, what level of fan you are. Are you a 20% fan or are you a 19% fan? Get your goof ass out of my channel. I'm Sean. If Bama play bad, I'm gonna tell you they play bad. Damn that. Damn that. You know what I'm saying? They play terrible. You don't like it? Go over there. To all you people who support me, though, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate you because you'll never get it fake with me. You know what I mean? If I got a problem with you, I'm gonna tell you, and it ain't gonna be through this little lens right here. You know what I mean? I don't come from that world, bro. So don't come in here telling me how to be a fan. I don't give a damn what you say about me. It means nothing to me. Zero. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate my brothers for coming on here, helping me talk about football. And if you want to talk about other stuff other than football, keep your goof ass where you at. Simple and plain. You know what I mean? You got a problem? Don't address me on here. Chris, don't holler at me on here. Come holler at me. You know how I get down. You know how I get down. You know what I mean? So I love y'all to death. I appreciate y'all. I'm about football over here. Football. Don't give a damn what you doing. Football. Shout out to my university, Alabama A&M University, whose homecoming is tomorrow or Saturday. So I won't be on the post-game show. So I won't get a chance to kick with my boy Ty in the morning. I got to be out there early, help my brother set up. You know what I mean? Shout out to Lincoln 99, Madison, Alabama, Lodge 19. Got to help my brother set up in the morning. And we're gonna kick it Friday evening, and Saturday we're gonna fry some fish, eat some ribs, drink some beverages. Hope Coach Carl come through and holler at us. And I apologize to
Most
my family
definitely.
again. I love y'all to death. I apologize for getting out of my
Go get
character.
you a nice
I
cigar, Coach.
don't even smoke, bro. I don't even know how to smoke, man. You know what I
Choke
mean?
the shit out of Sean.
Been choke the hell out of me, yeah. But respectfully, I don't mind what nobody else do. Just don't do it here. You want to talk bad about everybody and talk all that dumb shit? You go ahead. Just leave me the hell alone, cause I smack your lips off, homie. I swear to God. If you know me, you know me. Leave me alone, bro. I'm about football and football only. Leave me the hell alone with that dumb shit y'all be doing. Please. You only get one time me telling you before I pull up on you. Straight up. Now, Ty, Alabama, South Carolina, what it is.
Yeah. I hope this doesn't come back to bite me in the ass, guys. I think we get a big win. I don't think it's easy. But I think that we get a big win. So I'm going to go Bama 38, South Carolina 17.
Woo, I love it.
Nice.
And if I want to talk about this one right here real quick. Jeez, this is how you know we're live. I said real quack. Boy. Sweet Home Bama says, is it true that the NCAA is getting rid of national letter of intent? That's wild to me.
That's why. You know why? That revenue sharing is going to bring a contract.
Yep.
Watch.
And so, but until that passes.
Yeah.
Until that passes, that's wild to me. That they're eliminating that. I don't know what that looks like, guys. I'm going to be very honest with you. I don't know what that looks like moving forward. Because then they're saying like you can sign a financial aid agreement, but if I'm not mistaken, you can sign multiple financial aid agreements. For instance, when I first got to UNT, University of North Texas, I was debating all summer whether I was going to take the scholarship to a few different places. I had the scholarship to UNT, I had a scholarship to USC, I had a scholarship to Bama, I had a scholarship to Florida State. So I'd signed a few different financial agreements to help cover the rest, right? And I ended up going to UNT because when I went to college, I thought I was going to go to law school right after. And I was like, I don't want to graduate with debt and then graduate with a bunch of debt and then go to law school, get more debt. Debt scares me, right? Like I'm OCD about that, really bad. Debt scares me. And so I had a financial aid agreement signed with Florida State and Alabama. And so my whole first semester at UNT, I was getting emails from Alabama and Florida State because I forgot to call them and be like, hey, I'm not going because I just got more scholarship over here. And so the reason I bring that story up is to say, like, I don't know how this works because you can sign multiple financial aid agreements. So yeah, we'll see. And did you really, Trojan? Well, I hope the area treated you well, and I hope you're enjoying wherever you're at now.
Facts. Brendan Scare.
Come on, Bresky.
That's it, man. I don't want to come back to bite me, man. That Vanderbilt fan.
You get like me. You get like me. Yeah, yeah.
And it's Alabama fans. Look,
Say something realistic, like $3 billion to $4.
You get like me, cuz. Exactly.
42-17 Alabama roll tide.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We at home, so you can put the points. So Bama gonna score, man. It's just how we're gonna stop somebody.
It's just that third down, man. That's just the only thing. When we get there, what are y'all going to do? I think
it's different than saving field. Saving field makes it different.
Drive, the crowd probably go insane like we scored a touchdown.
I hope so too. Coach Carr, before you give me yours, I need to hear yours. Shout out to Uncle Jay, man. Much love to Jay Townsend, man. Jay's Epic Travels. Y'all don't forget that. Coach Sean, after last week, I'm not going to get overexcited. Meet me. Hey, you right, bro. Just take it one step at a time. Be confident we're going to put belt their ass and say a little quick proud. Get overexcited, predicting the big win until I see consistency. All facts. Thank you, Jay. $5 super chat, man. Much love to you. My brother Bal say 45-20. Bal been right here lately, bro. He about 1 or 2 games, he been dead on what I'm talking about. Bal been on top of this stuff, bro. Go ahead, Coach Carl. What you got? I need to hear it.
Man, I was gonna say 42-10 because of the fact that South Carolina offense is really not that strong, and then Bama playing at home on that home crowd and have those boys geared up. And I think that L last week that they take gonna have them really, really playing at a high level, and they out to prove something now. That Vandy game was a fluke, so I'm thinking more like 42-10. I'm hoping that Bama defense stands up, and not it'd be more probably like 42-14, something like that. But I don't see South Carolina just running the ball down the store, passing the ball around the field. Not in T-Town, man. Shit. In T-Town, I don't give up many points in T-Town anyway. Even on Nick Saban's, Texas didn't even score that many damn points in T-Town. So, yeah, man. I just
said. Speak on that too.
Oh yeah, if we win the toss, you damn right they're gonna take the ball first. Cause shit, they don't want to get behind no damn more. If they get behind, damn defense they start playing down middle school football. It's kind of like down my old high school, man. When I came from before I transitioned. And once the kid get down, shit, they just drop their head and be like, man, they're gonna tuck this season up. Like, one touchdown, boy, they be ready to go home. So it kind of like Bama played like that, you know. They got down their touchdown, then Jalen threw the interception, and they returned that pick for a 6, man. And that defense, oh my God, Booty got tight. Like they're just about to have diarrhea or something. They just couldn't hold it, and then Vandy just started running through them like diarrhea. So hopefully, man, everything works out better. If we get a chance to take the kick, I mean, I would get the toss. I would take the ball myself. Not like Coach Saban. Coach Saban knew he trusted his defense more than he did offense. So he'll always defer if he got a chance to take the toss. But I think we win, man. I think the team show up and plays better, man. Honestly, and Ty, man, congratulations, man. You get that LSAT taken now, man, because once I finish my degree in June, I'm going back and take my LSAT too, man. So that's
That's awesome.
I'm trying to get everything done, man. Trying to get in law school myself, man. One of my homeboys is a lawyer, and he been trying to push me to do it. So I said I'm gonna go ahead and do it, man. My wife been tripping, but you know, I gotta do what I gotta do these days. Man.
I got the
Esquire.
The book right here that I've been studying, just about done with that, and then I've got 2 or 3 more to get through, and then after that,
they just dropped one like June, July or something. They just dropped another book on the LSAT. Basically, had all the LSAT pre-test questions in it. It's not worded; it's worded different, but it's the same, basically the same test.
They changed the test for the first time in I forget how many years, and it was a big deal because they took logic games out of the test, and so I was so sad because I'd spent a few weeks really diving into logic games, and I got to where, man, I was actually. I've said this, so I'm a nerd, right? Like in the worst way possible, I'm a nerd. And so I was actually having fun doing the logic games and getting to where like every time I'd get to a lot, I'd be excited to dive into it. And then I was like, okay, well, what do I need to do next? And then I was researching the LSAT more, and they're like, oh, well, we dropped logic games. And I was like, well, there's multiple weeks of my time that's now no longer applicable, but what are you gonna do? It's logical reasoning and reading comprehension now, and it's a fascinating test the way they've formatted it, right? It's absolutely a fascinating test the way they are able to so successfully make a test that doesn't really take into account prior education. Right? Like obviously you have to have, that undergrad to go to law school, but the LSAT, it's not concerned if you went to Harvard or like DeVry. it doesn't care. It's testing very specific things in the way you think about things. So you almost have to retrain the way your brain works. And it's just really fascinating. And I've actually found it bleeding into some of my analysis and like some of the videos I'm doing, where afterwards, and I'll finish the video and I'll go back to like put in the music and the outro, and I'll be listening as I'm sitting there, and I'm like, oh man, this sounds like the same sort of analogous logic to my LSAT studies. So I can already feel it like taking over my life in the worst way possible.
Yeah. That's good,
Much
man.
love to you, Ty, man. That's congratulations, brother. You know what I mean? And to my partner, it's all good. Just stay out of my damn inbox with that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? and pay me for my Browns win over the Commanders. Pay me for that, please. Tomorrow. Need it tomorrow.
ASAP.
So much love to Ty, man. Much love to the homie Brinsky. You know what I'm saying? I won't get the chance to be with my brother Ty in the morning. I got some prior engagements with my alma mater this weekend. I'm tied up in a bunch of stuff. Got some family coming down. Actually, a couple of them still here from Chicago. A couple of them here. Got here a couple hours ago. Coach Carr, if you come, please hit me up, bro. I will be out there. I'll be at the tailgate, so I'll be out there, you know, to watch my Bulldogs put a whooping on Bethune-Cookman. You know what I'm saying? You got to do it, Brinsky. We got to do it, man.
So that, thank you. I'm glad you said it, because I was about to ask.
Yes.
We're coming up probably like 10 o'clock in the morning, so we'll be here that way.
That's perfect time. It'll be stupid crowded out there, man. Just when you get out there, man, if you need any help. Shout out to Lisa Lipscomb. She from Huntsville. You already know, Lisa. We're gonna be out there Friday and Saturday. Glorilla gonna be up here for the youngsters. I'm not going to that nothing because they're gonna be blowing each other's face off, and I don't want no parts of that. Right? Boosie gonna be up here. I'm going to the King George though on the quad.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
So.
Yes. The gospel explosion.
They need to bring Griselda in there. Then I'd make an excuse to go see it if they got West Side Gun, Ransom, Benny the Butcher.
It's folks come from everywhere to see Glorilla, man.
My wife love Glorilla. She might want to go see Glorilla down, sir.
Man, them youngsters gonna be out there turning up, man. Let them have that. Yeah, they gonna be out there turning up, bro.
All day. Concert on the Wednesday.
Yeah. Oh, man, bro. Listen, man. Thank you, guys. Al said the weather's gonna be great, Coach Sean. Should be a glorious day, man. It's a blessing, bro. See my boys. You know what I'm saying? Much love to Coach J, man. JT, J Townsend, J's Epic Travels. Don't forget, Coach Sean. Give me a quick call and get a. Okay, I definitely will, Jay. Much love to all my brothers who coming up here, man, on the road. Please be safe, man. That tapped in today, man. Can't wait to see my boys, man. We get together every year. Much love to everybody who tapped in with us tonight, man. Had a gang of people, man. Much love to Ty. Much love to Brinsky. Much love to Coach Carl. Let everybody know where they can find you, Ty. Go around the table.
You can find me at Around the Table Sports. I don't know if we're going to do the 9 a.m. live tomorrow, because tomorrow I have a pretty full day, and we're going on a little vacation this weekend to Broken Bow, Oklahoma. So I'll be streaming post game from Broken Bow in a cabin. Very excited about that. So I don't know if we're going to do the 9 a.m. live tomorrow. I haven't decided yet, because I got a lot to do. But you can find me on the Bleacher Report College Football Pick'em Show tomorrow. And I'm excited about that. As always, guys, roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Brinsky.
I'm Brinsky Sharp of the Sharpshooters Podcast. Y'all can follow me on YouTube. As always, I'm going to put it in the chat. Just sub here. Just 8 people away from 600. Appreciate y'all's support. Also, you can find me on Twitter /SB_Sharp. I think it's B_Sharp on Twitter. And shout out to you, Coach Sean. Definitely gonna have a great time out there. You made me hungry when you said y'all gonna be frying that fish and eating, drinking that beer. I already know, man. When it's homecoming time, I already know.
You already know, Tuskegee. Shout out Tuskegee. And
it's y'all weekend. We gonna save it. Oh, and let me get this out the way, because I didn't pod last night, so only because it was me and my wife's 3rd anniversary. Shout out to her. We ain't really get anniversary. she went to a conference. So
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, bro.
take it.
Blessings.
She had a conference and I got the baby. So we're gonna
You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Go ahead, Coach Carl.
You know, you can find me on X. It's Coach KD Taylor. YouTube on the Block Sport Talk with Coach Carl. And what Nearly say, you can find me in St. Louis. So hey, you can find me some everywhere, man. I just try to get on when I get on, man. I really don't have a whole lot of time because we're in the thick of football season. So it's on the football season over down here. I probably start dropping a little more content, do something else different. But I'm like you, Coach Sean. I don't do this for money. So when I do get on, man, I just enjoy getting on and being around my guys, man. Talking football with you guys. Because it's always a good time when we get on here and talk football with y'all, man. We could be on this thing for an hour, 2 hours, and it seems like we just been on 15, 20 minutes. So, you know, time flies when you're talking football. Time flies when you're with like-minded guys that know about sports. And every time you get on with different people that come up with different perspectives, man, you always learn something different. So even at a lot of times we be here giving our own opinions, man, we still picking up on different traits and different thought processes, and we learning from each other. And Ty, like you said, man, Ty knows a lot about the YouTube atmosphere, and we're just trying to learn. We can learn, man. Appreciate Coach Smoot for stopping through. He's still in the chat, look like I said, Coach Smoot thoughts is in the chat, man. We appreciate you for stopping through, brother. I appreciate you for inviting me, Brinsky, Coach Ty, the genius up there, my future law buddy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we appreciate it, man. Y'all just y'all hold your heads up, man, Bama fans. We're gonna be okay, man. We take any more L's or not, man. We're gonna roll tide until we die, man. I've been an Alabama fan for life, man, ever since I could think of it. So I'm like you, Coach Sean. Can't nobody tell me how to roll tide. If Bama stinking shit up, I'm gonna tell them they stink. If they good, I'm gonna tell them they good. Even I went through that shit with Shooter. Shit, wake up every Saturday morning, jumping up and down, happy to down go. You know, damn Mike Shooter, jumping up and down every day.
Yeah.
Can't wait to goddamn watch football and go out there and get our ass whooped with the number one team in the country. So, I mean, I've been rocking for a long time, man. Even with down the bull, came in there and fucked the shit up, man. Damn, what his name, Denny Franchione. Who else came in there? The no game coach, the one that came in, didn't even coach the damn game, got fired for the season he started. Like, man, we've been rolling with this shit for a long time. Tom Tuberville beat our ass 6 years in a row. You ain't see me crying. I talk bad about Bama too. They stinking ass team, Wolf shit. Coach don't know what the hell they doing. You know, I done it. I'm gonna still do it. If you bad, you bad. If we good, we good. There you go, Mike Price. If you bad, you bad. If we good, man. We're gonna just be a Bama fan and we're gonna be real, like real Bama fans. I ain't gonna sit here and just say my team the best team in the country when I know they ain't.
Yeah.
Shit, we struggling. I'm just being honest, man. And I like that perspective, man. You gotta have to keep it real, man. If people coming to your channel talking on, man, keep getting in their ass because
they ain't gonna be able to come over here telling me what I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
They don't pay
your damn instructions over here.
Damn right.
Ain't gonna happen.
You pay your bills, shit. Don't nobody pay our bills on this damn YouTube channel but us, man. So yeah, we even had to pay damn the screaming people to damn get on this motherfucker to talk to y'all.
Facts.
Shit. So just do what you do, bro. Keep doing what you do, man. Say what you say, speak your shit, and keep it real, man. Hey, man, everybody, appreciate y'all, man. Much love, man. Y'all be safe out there.
I appreciate it, brothers. Thank all of you, man. You guys know you can find me at JMHO Sports Talk on Twitter and YouTube. I appreciate everybody been hitting me up, man, telling me stuff, man. I appreciate all y'all. Y'all rock, man. Love y'all to death. I don't get a chance to be on here like I want to, man. I got so much going on. You know what I mean? But I really appreciate everybody, man. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to Janet, man. Prayers for my people. Shout out to Nicole and Ephraim and Kimberly and Coach Al, all the coaches on the panel. You know what I mean? And just everybody, man. Just everybody. My girl Jag. Thank y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for sure. Wherever you at, you know what I'm saying? Jake, much love to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? We thinking about you, bro. Can't wait till you get back, man. Hold it down, bro. You know what I mean? And roll tide to you all, man. And until next time, man, our last component of this panel, the SWD, spinning wheel of doom.